computer. Welcome to the Dice Are Bad Storytellers. I'll be your DM for tonight. My name is Jacom Clarkson. This is Ojoysa, session 8, and I'm joined by Phil Mathis as Jace Argin, Maddie Barnhart as Lyre, Addison, Addie, Addison Radle as Sir Emory, Daniel Monzingo as Corvus, and Alex Dowis as Qiao Galdorcraeft. Alex, I could never get it right, not once. Okay, so we started this session off in the morning of a kind of a restful night. Nobody had any dreams after these levels came, which has kind of become the habit that we're all used to. Lyre, you wake up with a splitting headache. And you have taken 7 psychic damage over the passage of the night.
Ow.
Alrighty, I am going to do a small heal on myself.
Yeah, you can easily heal that up. Burn a spell slot, go through that. Just wake up with a splitting headache as you kind of come to yourself and are coming to consciousness. No one else seems to have that. Karina wakes up fine, doesn't remember anything from dreams or anything like that. And the ship is coasting along. It's worse for wear, has some blackened marks along it. The crew is out and about, taking care of things. Atreya, I assume, is still where she stood in her captain's quarters, frozen in stone. And we're on our way to Realm Quarry. Anything you guys would like to do before I trigger some events and things like that? Because you guys will probably be traveling for about 1.5 days.
I begin my ritual.
You begin your ritual? All right. So, I need to talk about the risks here as a player to a DM here, as well as as a character. But Qiao gets ready to meditate. He sets up some things. How would you get ready?
No. Not that
Oh! Right.
There's
a lot of rituals going on. Sorry.
So many.
The other ritual.
All right. So how do you picture casting this spell?
All right. So Qiao draws a big, complicated mathematical circle. It takes about 10 minutes with chalk to draw the circle. Complicated mathematical formulas, and generally it's just a overcomplicated mess because he's bootstrapping it. Because he feels like this is important. So at the end of the ritual, I am going to activate all the, I'm going to draw the final symbol, and I'm going to activate the ritual.
Okay, so while I'm describing this, anyone who has Arcana, if you want to roll Arcana checks on this, the thing he's drawn, feel free.
Oh, no. I do this in my room before I leave.
Oh, you do this in your room before you leave. Okay.
Only Corvus.
Okay. So
Corvus, roll Arcana.
Corvus, roll Arcana. Okay, sure. I'll just do that then. Please be a natural 1. It's a 12 on the dice, folks, which makes it a 12.
A 12. Strug 12. You've seen a lot of magic. This looks more like a mosaic. It's kind of so complicated, it's not even useful to try and read it. As you cast the spell, you feel this divinatory magic seize into you and then, float about you. And you see numbers starting to pop up over Corvus's head. And they're flashing back and forth quickly. And it actually lands on about like an 8. And he's standing there looking at your stuff, and it's just a pure white 8. what kind of movements are you making, Corvus, as you're looking at this, or what would you do?
I'm probably just going to be trying to stand in the corner out of the way. I mean, I would ask what he's doing, but I feel like that's a bad idea.
So he backs up, away and stops
Or
talking.
just met with, shh, shh, shh.
You see the numbers slowly drop from 7 to 5 to 4, and then he sits down and looks at you, and it goes back up to 4.5. And it seems to just truly be randomly interpreting any little behavior he makes as crucially indicative of his interest or concern with you. He turns to the side at one point and crosses his arms and thinks, and it plummets to 0, and then slowly begins rising back up to about 3.
Okay. I say, Corvus, can I ask a huge favor of you?
What does this favor entail?
I can't tell you or it won't work.
I really hate this idea, but I'm trusting you, so fine.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to Corvus, and I'm going to just, I'm going to make some complicated, pointless movements, and then I'm going to bop Corvus on the head really, really quickly when he's not paying attention.
Okay, so
Okay.
Through this conversation with him, the number jumps up. He's like, yeah, I'll help you out. I don't know. And then it starts to dim. And for a second, it flashes pink and then goes back to a white. And then it goes to blue as he's looking at your eyes, go around. And it's 7, 6, 8, 10, 3, 4. And then you bop him on the head. How would Corvus respond to this?
I don't know. Confused face mask expressions? I mean, he is trying not to react to this. He's gonna try to just take the bop on the head in stride without
So you bop him on the head and he doesn't respond. The face mask.
Yeah.
The number doesn't seem to change because he doesn't seem to have moved at all. It seems because he's made a decision to not respond to your attack in any physical way. The number hasn't changed at all from you smacking him.
Very well. I think, did you not respond to that on purpose?
Well, yes.
Then it's working. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry I booped you on this.
Working.
Something has gone horribly right, and I'm going to leave the room.
Just say something has gone horribly right.
Can I go?
What?
Yes. And
Posted a link to the chat that I think encompasses
I'll
that.
just go after him then.
Okay. You follow after him. As you're walking out, you see Evelyn there. The number is already red as she comes around, but she's not even looking at you. It's at about a 9, 10, and it is very red. But she's typically very scantily clad. She's always wearing something midriff revealing and a skirt and everything. And you don't know, there's some calibration time. It could just be interpreting her body language and walking around as interested. And she walks by, she says, good morning, walks back up, it shoots up to 10. As she turns away, it goes back to 5, goes white again, and then she's upstairs.
As she's walking, I say, hey, Evelyn.
Yes, of course. Shoots back up to 8, it's red again.
How's that magic going?
I haven't heard myself yet, right? So that's good.
I turn around and I say, I fixed everything, Corvus. I can do it now. I know. And I look around for other people.
There's no one else downstairs with you right now, but she seems to have enjoyed her interaction and has already walked upstairs and is on deck. Would you like to go find anybody?
Yes, I want to go find everyone.
Okay. You say you walk by a couple crewmates, all with their numbers fluctuating. You start to see some trends, like some of the calculations. Like if someone's turned away from you, it's like a 0.5 reduction. If someone's turned towards you, it's a 0.5 increase. Like little tiny things that are basically just like physical cues. Like if they're leaning over, if they're leaned back, if they're speaking slowly or quickly, like it's like it just seems to be interpreting what's happening and turning it into a composite number for you. You pass by Sir Emory as we'll put you in the captain's desk, like inspecting Atria's stony form. What's going through Sir Emory's mind this morning?
I'm trying to figure. Is this immediately the day after? Immediately the day after last session?
Yeah, this is the day after that. You guys have taken off and have started flying toward Belquery.
Gotcha. I'm probably trying to figure out some way of making her come back, but I have not managed it.
Mm-hmm. He's very neutral. He's at like a 2-3 white, and as you come in, he's just seems to be floating around that level.
Morning,
Do you morning? Do you have any way of undoing strong curses?
6-5.
I'm sorry, no. Not at this point. I can try to learn something. Well, even next level, I don't think that because I'm a wizard.
Oh, I'm familiar with the progression of wizard spells.
No, not until I get something like Wish.
It may be a few months, if ever. Anyway, what are you up to this morning?
Oh, I invented a new spell. It's literally the best thing anyone's ever done, in my opinion, for me.
Huh.
Useless to others.
I thought you were glowing this morning. What does it do?
I'm going to pull out my notes, and I'm going to hand it to him, and I'm going to say, it's called Qiao's Index of Interest.
If this registers interest, is that what it does? Like above the table, is that what it does?
Yeah.
It shoots up to like 13. Ding! Like, pardon? What? Qiao's Index of Interest? I'm extremely interested in this.
I point and I say, it even shows if people are romantically interested in you, which is important for some people and not necessarily for everyone.
For the unknowledgeable here, could you put in layman's terms what this is doing?
Corvus has followed you, concerned for your health.
Also, if you could say it not for the layman as well, I would appreciate that. If you could
Yes, but later.
For us. Very good. I'd hate to bore him.
Yes. So, through a series of complicated magical formulae, which are currently analyzing your face and words and actions, this spell tells me what you think of me.
I'm impressed.
Okay, then.
Measure Corvus's face.
Ooh.
That's why I made the score so unpredictable for him, because he can't like detect half of it. You're reading over this, Emory?
If he'll allow me.
Are you allowing him to do so?
Yeah, I gave him my notes.
This is like if a kid at like a school project is like, your assignment is to make sure that the egg, when it lands off of the tree, doesn't break. And rather than like attaching a parachute to it, has made a Renaissance era, was it Rudy Goldberg machine to come to the same effect with incredible talent, skill, nuance, like incredible spell weaving. It's divinatory magic, just doesn't have any mind reading elements, so nobody has to make a save. It's not like, it's just analyzing what's happening around him, but it's so needlessly complicated. This is the 5th level spell. This is like this is a lot of juice going into basically what's like, do my social work for me.
Now,
Do you like me? Don't need to check the boxes. I already know.
Now, I will say it doesn't detect people who are intentionally misleading you, but that's not why I needed it, so it's fine. Right, I'm going to go find Lyre. She's the only one I haven't seen yet. Bye.
Oh, heads up, she likes you.
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say, what?
Nothing. Have fun.
I'm not dead. I'm just interested in the spell. What did you say?
What? No, nothing. Have fun.
We'll see what the spell says.
I'm going to, more prepared than I would have been, I go find Lyre.
Alrighty,
Imagine that Jace is just on the deck looking out.
Let's say when you
I'm
come
playing,
out, Jace
like,
is on the deck, it's
quiet.
a solid, unmoving 1 for Jace. Just fully
Sounds
ambivalent. You come out, and what are you doing up on deck, Lyre?
Is Jace standing at the bow of the ship just looking off into the distance?
Absolutely.
I'm playing light heroic music while sitting on one of the banners.
Giving him some backdrop.
Yeah.
I love the idea that every once in a while somebody just has like, you know, this perfect theme music that's playing for them. Like, yeah.
hmm
You've been honing it perfectly all these, past couple weeks.
It's like,
So-
that tone doesn't really match Jace. Let's go a little bit deeper, a little bit lighter. Hmm.
So you come up, you see Lyre, lovely, playing her lute on this top deck, her lyre, excuse me, and the number above her is like at a 7, 8, and it's definitely red.
Wait, is she looking at Jace or is she looking at Qiao?
I assume I'm just kind of looking around. So, do I hear the door open for the EI?
Yeah, you unless you're sneaking up, he's walking up.
I'll be like, "Good morning, Qiao. Good morning, Corvus," since I assume Corvus is right behind
Yeah,
him.
he's still there.
It pops up a little bit. It goes up to 8. She's got a smiling, pleasant face. It goes up to 9. Maybe I should just do this. That way I can do it without interrupting your flow of conversation. So we're here.
I say, good morning, Lyre. And
Morning.
I turn around and I go back the way I came.
What?
You don't see the numbers.
Huh?
You don't see the numbers anymore. You turned around. You see Karina up there. She's at like a 4. She looks over at you and goes, "Good morning. Not a very good night. Lyre had a headache this morning." It's still at 10.
I go, that's terrible. Someone should help with that.
Well, nowadays with magic, any dream you can assume has something to do with reality, and you should pay attention to. Magic is real. Dreams are pretty important. So, I know how to read magic. That's about it.
Yeah.
Would
Who
you
knows?
like to help her?
And I'm like perfectly okay because I performed a healing spell this morning.
Yes, I should go help her with that. You're right. It'd be
I
weird if
agree.
I didn't.
It would be weird. Yeah, she pats you on the arm. Her number jumps up to 8 and then goes back down to 5.
I'm going to narrow my eyes and I'm going to say, you know, don't you?
She goes,
I'm the only one who doesn't know, aren't I?
if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, yes. Her number goes back up
What
to
do
like
you
5.
think he's talking
Not
about?
red at all. Her number's like pink now. Like it's like a coy like admiration of like, oh, you're so cute.
Qiao stands like this for the next 10 minutes.
Okay, Karina gets the
No,
message
he
that
doesn't. He goes over to Lyre and he says, "So I heard you had a warlock dream thing."
Well, I don't know about that. I just woke up with a headache. I assumed I slept bad. But I do think you probably did something interesting. Seems very curious of you today. You're like talking to everyone.
Yes, actually, I invented a new spell.
Oh, what's it do?
you
I
explain
handed
it.
the notes.
Yeah, kind of the scribblings of a madman, but a very intelligent madman who clearly wants to understand things.
Well, this seems very smart.
Yes, I see you have written down a spell.
I'm like, oh. Huh. I'm like, could actually cast an Arcana check on this one, but that's not who Lyre is. Like, it's definitely more of a distinct.
I think it's like at the very least written out enough that you could understand what it was meant to do.
It has a it has a mission statement at the top, like academic papers do. Like what is it? I can't think. A synopsis
Thesis?
at the top. Yeah, the thesis. Yeah,
Okay,
that's a thesis
so-
statement.
I'm like, so you're trying to like figure out if people are like dangerous to interested? Like,
Yes.
You can
it shows if
feel
you're.
other people?
It shows if they're inclined to like you, or if
Oh,
they're
so like common
romantically
sense?
interested. It works. I tested it.
Oh, so what does mine say?
It's very bright red. I mean, I picture this being the cutest thing in the whole world. I don't want to make your choices for you, but I picture it like leaning in, like Lyres being
Well,
very open
trying-
and nice.
There's like soft romantic music playing now.
The soft
Playing
romantic
it.
music is the one playing it.
Finally, as you chat.
Oh, with a hint of quizzicalness.
I'm just going to take the notes back, and I'm going to say it might need a bit more tuning before it's ready to see some use.
Well, all right, I guess. Let me know if you need a test subject.
I'll take it and go back downstairs to get breakfast.
Okay.
I heard
downstairs.
him say it might. Oh,
I'm
sorry,
like,
I heard him-
Karina, did that go well?
She goes better than anything else so far. He seems to. This is probably the best way anyone could explain it to him. I mean, he got it in data, right? What did you want to say, Sir Emory?
Oh, I said I heard him say it needs some more tuning before it's ready for use, and for a split second, I thought that was a jab at her musical ability.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Needs a bit more tuning.
Sir Emory drops down to a 1 and then climbs back up as you realize it wasn't an insult. Yeah, so Qiao, you spend your morning experimenting with this extremely finicky spell.
No, I don't. I go back to my room and I sit down for a minute and I decide that I'm not equipped to handle this. And I cast Modify Memory.
Oh no! Oh
And-
no!
I'm going to change
Okay.
it that it wasn't romantic.
Oh,
You change it to a 0? Roll me!
No,
Did you cast the spell?
She can still like me, but I just changed it
not
to not
red.
be romantic.
Okay. It's not a red number. Okay, I'm gonna have you roll me. So do modify memory. roll me an Arcana check on how this works, because you're modifying your own memory.
Okay. Luckily, I just had a breakthrough. 25.
Okay, with the 25, you know, and you're able to fully remove the memory and modify that memory of you talked to her, but it was just like a 7 and 8 and it was white. So clearly she wasn't that into you. But modifying your own memory causes like this recursive memory loop of, well, I remember that differently because I modified it. And if I modified it, I had to change it from something else. And if that something else was different, I must have had to know what that something else was before I modified it. And so it's kind of like you change that memory in your own mind, but in order to deliberately do that, you'd have to intimately know the memory you changed. So I think it's like truly an exercise in futility of like, make me forget about the elephant in the room by actually physically removing the elephant, even though the point of removing it was because I knew the elephant was in there. It's just like,
okay.
So I mean,
okay, so it doesn't work.
Well,
Basically.
it works.
Yes, I mean it works in the sense you now have a memory of Lyre not being interested in you that you put in there because you know Lyre is interested in you. So it's like a Pyrrhic victory.
Good enough.
Okay.
You have a memory that Lyre's.
Child's just gonna sit in his room for a minute and then just say, "Fuck," and
Keep going.
that's all I want to do today.
Okay, great. After
Emory,
this kind of,
Emory will at some point just tell people he's got a letter, like a scroll, and on the outside it says "Terms of our surrender," and he says, "For the love of God, do not open this scroll." Yes?
What does it say then? Because now I'm curious.
It says the terms of our surrender. You can see it very clearly right there. Terms of our surrender. Do not open the scroll.
But what are we surrendering to?
We're not. We never surrender. But inside the terms of our surrender is an extremely explosive rune.
Oh, got it.
I completely forgot about that. I was like, what?
Also, should you ever need it, hand this to any opposition and they'll be in for a fucking nasty surprise.
Do you just like give everybody one of these, or do you just have the one?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it. Let's give everybody one of those.
You spend a day, everyone has... What language is it in?
You can write whatever you want on the outside. I'll just give you a scroll and say, do not open the fucking scroll.
Awesome. Everyone's given these trick scrolls. Yeah, this morning, Lyre, you receive a sending spell. And you again immediately recognize this as Crawdle's voice. This will have been happening after your engagement with Qiao.
I don't think they got engaged, so.
Yeah.
Just meeting, sorry. The scroll basically is from Crawdle, and it says, Ossia approaching Realm Query with Gloriosa. Stop. Other family also guarding her. Stop. I mean, I'm just doing that so you can get the main points. Assist if possible. Stop. Force at the sea. Stop.
We're still heading to Realm Query, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, well, I guess I'll finally come clean that my siblings are heading to Realm Query as well.
Okay. So you mentioned this to him. Do you mention that Ossia has the key?
I don't remember what the key is, so.
Okay, that would
No.
be fine. If, that'd be fine. The Lyre might fully not know that there's a key to be worried about. But that was mentioned in your last message.
I'm like, I
So-
do not remember the last message.
Yeah, that's fine. So you get this message. You tell everybody else that Radle, some thieves association, is helping your siblings get to Reliquary for some reason that you don't remember, but they're there, and that there's some sort of force at a sea, which doesn't make sense because Reliquary is supposed to be on land.
Well,
Now it is, anyway.
Wait.
Wait.
What if it's a force from the sea?
or C nope.
He's right. Could be the Triton, your order.
God, Trace. Well, interesting.
So, lunch?
Splendid.
You guys all get a dope lunch while Atreya is still rock solid. Do you guys not have any method to unfreeze her?
We have 0 things.
No,
That's
I'm a wizard.
amazing.
I got nothing.
I think
like-
I could have taken something to unfreeze her, but didn't.
Like, Lyre is learning spells off of YouTube. So she like learns skill empowerment and stuff. So she can learn like this stuff, but because she's so instinctual and like
Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
the way she learns is like through watching and looking. Like she didn't learn how to play the
Yeah.
lyre through like actually a teacher.
Book
She
learning, yeah.
plucked it and learned how to. She's just instinctual like that. So she's learning spells that you know. So while technically I could go through the spell book and learn it, it just wouldn't make sense for her, unfortunately.
I'm just messing with you.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't.
explaining the reasoning for why I didn't take it last time, though.
Yeah.
No, it's totally fine. Yeah.
There's no. I don't even know if there's any wizard spells that can fix that.
I
I
think
think
there's
if
a
you have
stone to flesh
spell-
spell.
Yeah, if you have flesh to stone, you can cast it in reverse, I believe.
Oh, can it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google that.
I will have to check that out.
Okay, if that's the case, then well,
That might be the case. I'm honestly not sure.
Or actually, we could even go so far as to just kind of rewrite the,
I remember
invent a spell that does
that being in the description of Stone to Flesh, but I could be wrong.
no, it doesn't.
I
It
can't
has
Makes
do.
sense as well.
just the one way.
I can't quite do 6th level spells yet, but maybe I will write a spell that does that.
Wait, okay. It says, could I examine her in an arcane way?
Yeah, for sure.
Because if she was affected by flesh to stone, then I think I can just dispel it.
I don't think you can dispel that.
Well, it says
No.
until the effect is removed.
Yeah, and I believe effects can only be removed through Greater Restoration or a similarly high level. I mean, I would let you roll for trying to dispel it or trying to magically back it up, but it would be a really, really hard roll. If you designed a spell like Sir Emory's talking about, it might be different.
Was it Arcana? Would it be Arcana?
Well, I say that, but I know that you guys can like almost never get less than a 30 on those. So
I mean, if I can't do it, it's fine. There's nothing.
I'll say if
There's nothing weird.
you and Emory work on this for like a full day of your journey, and you guys, both get like higher than 25 Arcana checks, within 3 rolls for it, then you guys manage to figure out a way to dispel the stuff. What's up, Phil?
First of all, flesh to stone only lasts for 1 minute.
Unless you concentrate the
Well,
whole time.
Yeah, if you concentrate the whole time, it's It's permanent.
It's a permanent effect.
Dispel magic, according to D&D Beyond, and the rules and game mechanics forums on D&D Beyond, can only dispel flesh to stone if it is cast during the 1 minute duration to cast, or that flesh to stone would happen.
Yeah.
So if it's afterwards, dispel magic is not the way to go, and it has to be greater restoration.
Yeah. So we might be able to write a spell that specifically unpetrifies things, but that would probably be a 6th level spell, as to turn something to stone is a 6th level spell, so naturally to take something out of stone would at least be a 6th level spell.
Greater restoration is a 5th level.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
So I'm gonna say you
Maybe
guys
you
can
could
start
find that in one
working
of your
on
books.
that. The
I
scenario
can't.
of the
Use
campaign.
restoration.
The scenario of the campaign may change enough dramatically in the near future that you might not need it. So we'll see how things flow here.
Cool.
You guys continue traveling, going along. Jace, you are looking out over the countryside, and it's beautiful, but it's like a muted version of the world you know. You recognize the places and bluffs and land and things that you remember from forever ago that look like they've all just kind of been muted, rounded off. Buildings gone, the landscape has changed. And while you're looking off, while everybody's kind of squabbling and doing their own stuff on the deck, you see these great billowing clouds, like large cumulonimbus, like, the kinds of stuff that make tornadoes and storm clouds, like huge and beautiful and cavernous. And you're approaching this area. I'm going to have, you can roll this with advantage, roll a perception check with advantage, Phil. And anybody who is under deck, so we'll say Qiao and Emory, and Corvus as well, you can roll this with flat.
18.
18, great.
That's a natural 1.
22.
22, wow.
14.
Corvus? 13.
14.
So you hear this downstairs, Qiao, just because you're standing like right by the wall, and so too does so too does Jace. But you hear Evelyn's voice going, "I don't think that's smart. I think he's dangerous. I don't think it's a good idea of having them in contact. They're clearly against each other." And you hear this, when you look over, you don't see her, because it seems that she's cast invisibility on herself to have this conversation, but she started speaking louder than she intended to on accident. And you can hear her through the wood in the downstairs, while Sir Emory is mid-talking, like explaining something about the stone and how it might work to design a spell to get her out. But yeah, you hear this kind of heated conversation.
Wait, I say to Sir Emory quietly. Did you hear that?
Jace is going to go investigate.
Okay.
Yes, I heard you say wait. What of it?
And I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him what I just heard. And I say, I think that we probably should deal with that.
Jace, you walk up to where you heard the voice, and you feel the not there-ness of an invisible person as she stops talking as you walk up.
I know you're in here. You're a lot louder than you think you are.
She drops invisibility and goes, "I'm sorry, I was talking to myself. I was very upset." That doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, you did.
Inner dialogues are very often not that argumentative.
She was clearly holding on to her necklace. Well, my friend, who I became a warlock with, if you don't believe it. She is with Johan on the mainland, and she asked me something that was pretty unreasonable, I think, and really risky.
Such as meeting with him?
I'll tell you, and you can decide what to do with this. Johan wanted to speak with you all, and I have this necklace that is very precious now that we're so distant, that you could have a conversation with him.
Where did he want to meet?
I believe he just wants to speak to you through my necklace. I'll just let one of you attune to this, or I'll hold this up while he speaks through the other side.
He doesn't want to meet in person? That seems like it would be more reasonable.
He is halfway across the world in Old Wessex.
We can make a pit stop.
Or a pit stop, if you will.
Everyone across the strip just like breathes out heavily through their nose.
I think that a man like Johan would want to see us in person when he told us what he wanted to say.
He's a coward. He won't see us in person. He knows we'll kill him.
I can tell him that you said that you think that. But I'll
meet him in Old Wessex. I don't care.
I assume pretty much everyone has accumulated around her at this point. Frozen.
Hopefully.
Or incredible.
Okay. Wait, now we're back. I'm assuming everyone has accumulated around Evelyn now at this point. What are people's thoughts about this? Going to Old Wessex and bombing him, or?
I'm actively like.
Listen,
don't talk.
If he wants to communicate with you and pass messages through you, that's fine. We'll hear him speak through you. But I can't see a reason why one of us should risk communicating directly with him when we're not aware of what the consequences might be.
Karina's like quiet.
Can you ask him if we can meet in person, please?
Sure.
Qiao, there's one thing I know about this man that you've described to me. It's that I don't think he would meet in person unless he has the upper hand.
His seat of power. But just ask him.
She goes, I will let you know what Evelyn says back. I'll keep you all posted. She kind of awkwardly leaves the room. Karina's standing at the door, like leaning against the door frame as she passes. I'm
going to say, look, if this dummy agrees to meet us in Old Wessex, that's a lot of days a head start. I mean, I'd
be careful what you say out loud.
I cast detect magic. Actually, is there an orb?
No, there's no orb floating around you right now.
Okay.
Give me a moment, if you will. 10 moments, actually. Well, actually, 9 minutes and 59 seconds, but you know. And I will ritually cast telepathic bond.
Cool.
With who?
Now speak without telepathic bond with the main party.
Everybody can talk mentally.
Yep.
I can't imagine he has anything to say that isn't some terrible thing.
This is super bad.
No. The main thing I'm concerned with. If he has a message, why wouldn't he just deliver it through her? I'm hoping to God he doesn't have some way of, once we're talking to him, of him controlling your mind or something. So.
I mean, I'm very curious, but I legitimately can't think of something that he could say. The best case scenario is he has some leverage that we don't know about yet. And by listening to him, we will bring that to our attention.
Let's race to Realm Query, become gods, and then undo all the evil he's done, yes?
Yeah.
I'm going to prompt this from you, Qiao, too. You did say that you wanted to prep message for the next morning last session, but you said you weren't going to message Edward at all because you didn't want to risk his life if he was in danger. Is there anything you want to do, like people you want to contact or anything like that? Or sending, excuse me, not message.
You meant Emory, right?
Oh, I didn't actually prepare a message. I said I was considering considering doing that, but I decided not to contact him.
Gotcha. That's fine.
Yep. No, we're not contacting anyone.
Okay. You guys all kind of leave this little powwow. It's beautiful out. I mean, nature is gorgeous. It's sunny. It's bright. The wind is coursing by.
We just so we're just leaving without conversing with the man. Just checking here.
I mean, what do you think?
I think
Okay,
we should talk to him. Hear him out.
I honestly agree with that. Well, yes, the concerns are valid. I do feel like any information we have, false or otherwise, gives us somewhat of an edge.
Unless that information is he has my mom and he's going to murder her, then that might make me act rashly when I could undo it when I was a god or whatever. I mean, you're probably right, but I think he seems pretty evil. What do you think, Karina? He's your husband, sort of.
I think even if he was trying to be good, he would be so bad at it that it wouldn't matter. And any information that he could give us would be, like you said, manipulation, something for his own ends. Out of curiosity, the sort of morbid curiosity, I am interested in what he has to say, but I don't know if it'll give us any tactical advantage.
I think it's smarter to become gods. Well, whoever one of us are becoming gods anyways.
I can't speak for either of you. If either of you would like to speak with him directly, be my guest. Let me know if you decide to. I'll cast a spell to let us see if there's any kind of mal-effect that
Well, again, I don't believe that, as you said, speaking directly does not seem to be a, great plan, but we can still speak to him through her.
Very good.
Okay. I mean, if we want to hear him, then let's hear him.
Karina goes, are we changing our vote? Do we want to talk? Karina goes, my curiosity is getting the better of me. And she raises her hand. I would vote. Let's hear what he has to say.
I personally vote against it. I don't think it's a good idea.
I'm not here for this.
Hearing what he has to say.
So that's 3 and 3. You're the tie-breaking vote, or you're the tie-making vote, Emory.
I vote nay, but
I don't think it's a vote. I mean, if they want to talk to him.
Yeah, that's...
I'm
Yeah,
like,
let her talk. Yeah, let him talk.
it's not that I'm not curious, but he doesn't give me good vibes.
Karina goes, okay, well, I will be silent. Corvus, if you do the talking, or Jace. I think we'll have Corvus do the talking. That makes the most sense.
That would make it easier, yeah.
And I'm going to go get Karina. I'm going to go get Evelyn. She leaves, and she brings her back in, and he says, I'm not going to speak at all.
We didn't even have to leave the room considering the whole, telepathic speech thing.
Evelyn
yeah, that's
isn't included in it, I think, always. Right?
Evelyn is,
Yeah.
Evelyn is the one with the necklace. She's tuned to the magic item.
Who's, Emory, you'll say, who's going to be speaking with him? Who's going to be wearing the necklace?
I think she is, right? That's the
He is.
Very good. Come here.
Evelyn goes, okay. Magic.
I cast protection from good and evil.
All right.
She cannot be charmed by the warlocks of Pith. And then I will
Yes.
ritual cast detect magic.
On her? Or just...
Actually, reverse that. I don't think you can. No, they're both concentration, so I can't have them both up. I'll cast protection of good and evil on her.
Okay, you do that. She comes back and she opens up the necklace and says, all right, Elizabeth, we have some of them who want to talk to Johan. So I have Corvus here, and he'll do the talking from here on out. Do you have him? She responds, oh yeah, 1 second. You hear moving things, getting doors opening and closing. And then she stops talking. She's like, he's here. And you're up, Corvus.
You wanted to speak?
I did, yeah. So, it's come to my attention recently that there is a key that can open the cell Pith is currently trapped in. Now, I'm sure this is not news to many of you.
Light bulbs go off for Lyre.
But what is news, I'm sure, is that many of Pith's agents are on her way to do that very thing. So, if you're headed to Realm Quarry, like Evelyn has told me that you are, has told Elizabeth, and who has related to me, then I think it might be in your best interest to find the key first to stop that from turning, or our best interest, so that Pith does not come back before one of us can grab the mantle.
He would not know anything about the mantles.
He is very well learned. You had me roll a history check on that very, on the thing, and I believe I rolled a 25.
You wouldn't know the term mantle, but you would know that you would know that monster has his power, has her power. So
okay,
well, but that's fine. That's not a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
You hear Karina
Do you know
breathe
where
heavy.
Do you know where they are or who this group is?
No, but you see, that's the thing. There's so many warlocks these days. It could be anyone. It could be me. It's not me. But it could be Evelyn. Could be Karina. It could even be Lyre. There's plenty of things I'm sure none of them have told you. There's things about Karina that I'm sure I don't even know.
Perhaps. Anything else then?
Yes. I had a conversation with a little monster that lives in the dreams.
In his head, the little monster that lives in the dreams. Anyone? Bueller?
Karina would raise her
I
hand.
nod my head at Corvus.
Mm-hmm. And?
He's agreed to help us.
What do you mean by us?
Us. The new order. Listen, if Pith gets out of her cell, she's going to do everything in her power to make sure that the oceans rise again and that we, good people of the land, are wiped out. Which means that he has no one to play with, and honestly, that's just quite boring. All of us who've already reached the undying state of being, I suppose, would be left floating around endlessly. And he doesn't want that. I don't want that. You don't want that. So he has joined us and will help us fight her. Now I know that all of you want me dead.
I wonder why.
Yes. I wonder why indeed. Tell Emory that I hope his captain is doing well. And that I hope his parents are doing well too.
tell that son of a bitch I'm working on a spell to send that petulant child to his room for the rest of his life.
Anything
Are you in
else
the room
then, my
saying
queen?
this? Or no, mentally?
No, it's mental.
My queen!
No, I say my queen out loud, considering the whole posing thing. Or are we done?
Is there any information you have for me?
None that comes to mind. Then again, I'm just the guy that goes around and hits things. None of the others are interested in conversing with you. For good measure.
Well, if the others had took a chance to listen, maybe they'd learn something.
We'll see about that. Goodbye. And then I walk out.
Karina goes, he left. Or Evelyn does.
So Jace, Johan stops the conversation.
Okay.
And Jace says, you told them about Realm Query?
They're in your head too. You could convey the information, but I'll then, using the mental link, assuming, well, whether people
Evelyn
are in the
isn't
room
on
with
it.
me or not.
Yeah.
No, he's not
I
talking
know.
to Corvus, he's talking to Evelyn.
Karina.
Oh,
No, he's
I'm
talking to
sorry,
Evelyn.
Evelyn.
I've been wondering
okay.
when we were going to kill off Evelyn.
Evelyn's been like, well, yes, because Elizabeth is my kind of partner in crime, but I haven't told him anything critical. I mean, I don't.
Then
I told her we were going somewhere else.
In existence?
What?
Other than the most critical place in all of existence, that's the only thing you told them?
No. So I just told them about the Cradle of Arelin, and then I said we're going where we were all the warlocks were told to go when or when we were urged to go. Which I didn't. I mean, I may have said Realm Query, but I didn't mean to like. I didn't know. What do you mean the most critical, important place in the universe?
Oh, right. She doesn't know because we didn't let her take
and
place.
I'm gonna go ahead and with this and just be. Johan knows about the mantles somehow. He doesn't know, well, the exact terminology, but he knows that the power is available for the taking.
You are saying this in your mind, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm just going to basically relay the conversation, except for the part that he said to Sir Emory.
Which part?
Unless, of course, Emory heard that. The whole, let him know I hope his captain's doing well and his parents are doing well. That will not be conveyed. And Emory will not know about that unless he was in the room hearing Johan speak.
It sounds like only you and Evelyn and Karina were in there.
And
Jace.
No,
Jace,
I mean, if we were talking to him, I'm going to be in there because.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really make sense for everybody not to be in there.
I was going to say.
So we're all surrounding the galley table in the ship.
I thought some people had said they were leaving, so I wanted to honor that as well. But okay, so yeah, you would have heard that, Emory.
Then everyone knows the full conversation.
Yeah. So lots of thinking. I'm going to say a couple hours passed talking and thinking about all these different things.
Not yet. I'm not done.
Well, Johan has been hung up on, but Jace is.
I'm not done as Jace.
Okay.
Jace isn't done.
Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have a constant conversation going with the enemy.
Yes, but we only meet every couple days. and it's not the enemy. She's another warlock. We're both just trying to figure out who's doing the right thing here.
Let me ruin the ending for you. We're doing the right thing.
Let me spell this out for you a little further. I'm going to kill you. Because you're a spy.
She turns invisible.
Okay, I'm going to say, everyone find her. We can't let her leave this room. Or fan out. We can't let her leave this room.
Well, okay, we're on a flying ship.
We are on a flying ship.
She can probably teleport, which means that even if we catch her... Look, here's what I'm saying. You're right, 100%. It's foolish.
Has
So
she even
stupid.
left the room yet? Because the door hasn't opened or closed.
She's invisible. You guys could probably find her pretty easily, but...
Well, here's what I'm saying. We should just lock her up, because at this point, we should take her necklace and lock her up, or at the least destroy the necklace. Because, look, if we just murder her, that won't do anything more than just taking the necklace.
Are we any
I
better
agree
than
with you,
Johan
though.
if we murder her?
It removes one more agent of pith from the equation.
Yeah, but look, and I gesture at Lyre, and I gesture at Karina. And I
I'm an
say,
agent of pith.
They're all over the place. I mean, I guess they're not agents of pith, but I'm just saying I think it's a bit extreme to kill her, but we are pretty stupid for not having prevented her.
At least locked her up.
Yeah, why didn't we do that?
Perhaps we lock her up. We make damn sure she doesn't come anywhere near any kind of magical implements. If we take special care, particularly to bind her hands.
I'm gonna try fighting her while this whole semi-pointless conversation is going on.
I'm gonna spread out my arms.
Yeah, you spread out your arms. You just kind
I'm
of
like, this is
around.
a galley. This is a galley
Roll-
kitchen. I'm gonna
roll
hit her.
2 attacks to hit.
You have fairy fire, Lyre?
What?
You have fairy fire?
Well, if you're having me
Probably
roll
not.
those 2 attacks to hit, both of them were a 19.
Yeah.
No, I don't have fairy fire.
Her AC was 12. I was going to give her a passive AC of 17 just to give her +5. Yeah, you
On
easily,
the dice, that's not counting the bonus.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you easily are like grab her invisibly. She goes as you just have her there. You manage to isolate her pretty quick here.
Can I stand up and take the necklace?
Yeah, we'll say she goes visible again. She has her hands up. Oh gosh, don't disintegrate me. She's kind of scared. You take the necklace from her?
I am actually going to.
So I nudge Emory and I'm like, can we go check out her room for magical items?
We should destroy that necklace.
Yeah, I don't know if I can destroy this necklace, but I'm going to hit it with a Dispel Magic before I take it off to try to suppress the magical effect.
Yeah. So you hit it with the Dispel Magic. I'm going to say easily. You Dispel Magic, you've set up a thing. You can easily suck the enchantment out of this thing and remove it.
Okay, yeah. I think with Dispel Magic, it just dampens it for a while. But I'm going to take the necklace. I look at her, I look her in the eyes, and I say, do you have any way other than this to communicate with your friend?
Just no, I do not. And you can roll inside on that if you like. Yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
It's a 6.
She's telling the truth. This person is a child who became close to a god. Like, she does not have great negotiation skills outside of, like, being in court as, like, a courtesan, like a typical noble. Like, she's not used to high stakes negotiating. She's not lying in this situation.
Okay, I'm going to...
He speaks the truth.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to...
I'm going to go with you.
I'm going to go outside. I'm going to hold it slightly off the side of the ship, and then I'm going to cast something damaging. Does it seem like it would take a lot of stuff to damage this?
No. You think you could completely destroy this item?
Okay, I'm just gonna. God, I need more damaging spells.
Need some more emotional fireballs.
I'll just shoot it with a witch bolt and blow it up.
Shit.
I like the idea it's in your hand and the witch bolt extends out of your hand with it at the end and it pushes it off the ship as it explodes like 10 feet off the ship.
Like, why not just yeet it into the ground? Why was that necessary?
Because she could maybe summon it or something. I mean, she is a warlock. I don't know.
That is a warlocky thing to do.
She is physically in your hands right now, Corvus, and is clearly scared. She is like, I'm sorry, I really didn't know the stakes were this high. I thought that we were just trying to keep communication and decide who was going to win. I didn't know.
I'm going to.
Your friend has sided with a totalitarian government that's taken over all the country that you may have once known.
The totalitarian government didn't exist 5 days ago, in my defense.
Well, it exists now.
As it stands, woman, I personally see no reason to kill you. You've done nothing other than this to cause us any suspicion. From my personal interactions with you, I think you bear us no ill will nor great kindness to Pith. Personally, I feel you're more of... I need to check how old Corvus is again real quick.
So you're not killing me.
I need
Sir Emory, what are you saying?
You're a child who is granted great strength. You don't even know who you are.
Sir,
You're not worth killing.
How old is Evelyn?
She's probably late 20s, 25, 27, 25 to 27.
Compared to Corvus, who's 67.
Jesus.
I'm like, Lyre's 18 over here, like, like the actual baby on board.
The dumb kid defense. She's the same age as. She's older than Qiao.
So as they are talking, Emory is going to do a thorough search and take any kind of arcane, not necessarily magical items or arcane implements, so like any holy symbols to Pith or anything like that could be used for casting spells. Any like material components, take them all. Bind her hands in such a way that you can't do somatic components, and say once we bind her, once we gag her, she will not be able to cast any spells. So we
Guys,
have no
this
fear,
is a
nothing
little.
to fear of.
She looks to you, Qiao. Qiao, you've taught me magic. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not like.
Sweetheart, you broke our trust. It's going to take a while to earn that back.
Can I talk to her for a minute?
If you won't let me kill her, at least let me cut off her hands. That way we can make sure that it is a lot more permanent.
1 minute. Hold that hand chopping. 1 second. And I'm going to bring her to her quarters. And
I can solder the wound just as soon as I make it. There'll be no pain.
I'm just going to close the door.
Bleeding.
And I'm going to lean down. Look. This is no longer about what is good or reasonable. That man out there can kill all of us by himself. Maybe not you, but everyone else. And I can't guarantee that every other person on this ship will side with him or against him. So here's the thing. Just chill out your room.
And you have a monster like that in your group?
Seems that way. I don't look.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. It was a bad idea for you to share that information with your friend. Johan is a violent, insane, murderous person, and he is pretty hostile. Now, to be fair, you don't know everything about him that we do. And we also kept some information from you that probably would have helped you make a decision. But can you just chill in here for like a couple of days? Because I think that we need to let this guy cool down, or he's gonna like do some crazy shit, and he'll probably cut me in half, and I don't want that. So, can we do that?
She nods. She says, "Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. and she, is tied up like this. You hear some ruckus from the crew up on top, and you hear some whirring as well as some crew members yell, "Water ho! Sea ho!" Kind of confusedly from the deck. That is a miss, a hit, and a nat 20. Wow. Okay. You hear some whirring as interesting. So first, the ship is going to take 58 damage as two very large explosions rock the belly of the ship. And this is a crit, so I gotta honor it. This is a crit with a plus 15 modifier, so. And that is going to be just 5. But then 48. So 10. It's going to be 106 damage from the crit.
Jesus.
106 damage from the crit?
Uh-huh.
Okay. 1 second here. I'm busting out a calculator.
Are we about to start sinking on the ship?
Probably.
Maybe in about 6 seconds or so.
Oh,
We've got a few seconds.
fuck.
Minus 106. Sorry, minus 96 because it has damage resistance. 56 hit points left.
Okay, this giant explosion rocks the ship as you sense, just kind of through hearing the air, these two sharp whistles of as two large, red, strange-looking spears have lodged themselves in the belly of the ship, and as they strike, explode with some sort of magical fireball effect. Looking out, you see that the place you're approaching, you've been approaching this mountain for some time. There's a large central mountain that's very obvious, but as you've been approaching it and the horizon has given way, suddenly now there is a large body of water, and you can start to see the base of the mountain on the other side of this body of water that has just appeared over the most recent bluff, which as the ship has cleared this bluff, these spears were like waiting for it. Roll me perception checks, everybody.
19.
It's a 6.
Oh,
21.
14.
What was that? Qiao?
8.
8. Qiao and Corvus, you guys are arguing / under deck. You guys don't see anything out there. Jace, you on top of deck, you very clearly see that the water is boiling. Whatever this sea is seems to be boiling water. And you see one strange red-colored dome, bright red dome-like structure on the side of the beach, as well as several going off from the sides. Lyre, with your 21, you see around and surrounding this red structure is a series of black-robed individuals, all scattered around this red structure. And as you're looking at that, you see 3 more spears shooting for the ship.
I'm going to perform counterspell.
Ooh, so this is a very wide range. This is an
It's got
extremely long range.
Wait, I'm going to do wind wall.
Wind wall. Okay. These are chonky spears. So I will make that heighten the DC substantially on this.
Okay, so DC for the wall is 17.
17. So how does this sound for fair? The ship's AC is 20. The 17, I'll take half of that, so 8 or 9, and then we'll add that onto the ship's AC. So while this wind wall is up, it has an AC of 29. That sound fair?
Sure.
Yep.
While this is happening, I'm gonna say to everybody, I don't know how this brain telepathic thingy works, but there's a big old red dome with some robed guys down on the surface, and they're shooting stuff.
As
I don't know what
this
this
being
is. This is
assaulted by
spell.
spears, you hear Jace drawling in your mind, "Oh, big red tower thing." And as you say that, you do see that
The robes look like mine.
these rods are
they're
not
black
spells.
robes.
These are projectiles being shot from this red structure.
Did the robes look like Corvus's?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they look like yours.
You put up this wind ball,
Well,
all the next volley of spears fly off and go into different directions. You see one strike the earth and leaves a sizable explosion in the earth.
Does it look like that structure is stationary, or does it look like that structure could follow us?
How far away are they?
We'll say they're about 5 football fields, just, average. They're quite a distance away, but this is an artillery fire thing that is very accurate and seems to be targeting you up in the air. I'm going to say you guys have some chances to react now before the next volley, but you can tell that those aren't stopping.
Do I know what these are?
You don't know what the things are. You have no idea what this red orb is or projectiles.
I figured I'd just check.
Okay, so
you definitely know who the rogue people are.
You said we have some time before the next volley?
Couple seconds.
You guys will have like a round of actions.
You got like lifeboats or something?
Emory will yell to the acting captain to bring us down, bring the ship down low. If we crash, I don't want to crash as hard, and then try to get us the fuck out of here.
How big is the hole in the ship?
The thing has fully gutted a whole panel side of the ship. Like it's just exploded off. I'm going to say that you see one of the spears still lodged in it. We'll say you're under docks where Evelyn was, who, you've just left her room and are out as the spear shoots into the side of the ship. It looks crustacean. It looks like it's made out of some red, crenellated, like, insectivore material.
Oh.
And you can tell that it just has, like, basically charges of powder in them, charges of explosive inside them that have been detonating as they hit, because they have like little pockets within the spears that will ignite as it strikes something. And so, yeah, you're ordered from the ship starts to descend, you get a little bit less altitude. What would be like your cruising altitude, you think? Like 200 feet, 300 feet?
I'd say probably usually about 200 feet.
200 feet, okay. What's your fly speed in the ship?
Fly speed is 17.5.
Okay, then I say you descend, I'll let you double move on that, so you get to like 150.
Perfect.
I'm going to say to everybody as well, telepathically, everybody get to the top. Everybody get on deck. If we hit the ground, we don't want to be under bottom. I don't know ship terms.
How? Okay.
Keel.
Would
that?
How long is the ship?
I think we've had this conversation before.
How long is the ship?
It's like 100 feet, or what is it? We decided this once before, but I think it's either 60 feet or 100 feet. It's in that range.
100 feet makes more sense.
So, yeah, because it's not that big, right?
No, it's not huge. It's
so is the whole side, is there a whole 60 feet of the ship that's just completely ruined? Or?
It's too big for mending if that's what you're trying.
No, I have fabricate.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'll say these are huge explosions that have taken out hunks of the bottom of the ship, which would, on an actual ocean ship be, catastrophic. But because this is a flying ship, it's just kind of appearances basically, but it's damaged infrastructure. It's definitely hurt it. Would you like to try and restore some health points through fabricate?
They're still shooting. I think it would be more useful. How far above the water are we? Is there water on the ground?
You guys are still on land.
Boiling
You're
water.
approaching the coast as you're flying toward this coast of boiling water. And I'll say you guys are off like another, basically 500 feet offshore. This artillery cannon is with these 3 bolts per shot. So Sir Emory's taken their action. Phil's kind of taking his action through talking to everybody. Is there anything else people would like to do up here? And Windwall, you took your action with Windwall.
Yep.
Anything Corvus would like to do, Sir Emory? Oh no, Sir Emory already.
I don't know that there's anything that I got for Corvus to do.
Windwall stationary?
Think so.
It's 1 second. I'm not on that right page for that.
I mean, it is stationary, but I would make the ruling relative to where you're traveling to.
Okay.
It's where? Okay, I have my spells set up. Oh my goodness, why is it like this? Spells. Manage spells. Sorry, I'm like having this weird ass like. There it is. I forgot there's like this little button that I pressed that I was. Don't mind me. Okay, so point you choose. I can shape it in any way that I choose, so long as it makes one continuous path along the area. It's pretty stationary. It's not going to really move with us.
Okay.
But I can make it connected to our boat, so it's.
Okay. So you guys got really lucky on that first strike. That was only 14 damage.
Wait. I will cast before the next volley comes. Bigby's. Wait, is it already happening?
It's happening right now, but the hits are already landing.
Okay, then I haven't done anything yet then.
That's another 84 damage.
Whoa!
The last one smacks into you.
The ship is down.
A large explosion rocks the side of the ship. You hear wood splintering and cracking and plagues starting to come up. You hear the crew hands going, abandoned ship, it's going down! As you guys were trying to slowly descend, so a lot of your forward momentum is gone. You guys are just going straight down now. And the ship is falling out from underneath you. You guys have some time to figure stuff out.
Do we have more than a minute?
You guys are 150 feet up in the air. Probably closer to like half a minute. Does that sound fair? 150 feet? Let's see. I'm going to look this up.
I have Featherfall and Fly, so.
Great. Featherfall will be indispensable.
I'm trying to say.
It hits 5 people.
There are 5 of us.
Perfect.
We need to find a way.
Not counting Karina.
We need to find a way to save Atreya. Because if a statue of Atreya hits the ground made of stone from 100 feet in the air, that's going to be dust.
I can. Where's the? I have dimension door.
You do.
Yeah.
But you can't lift it. Ugh.
How
How
many?
heavy would it say? Would you say it's over 1,000 pounds or no?
It probably weighs probably 200 more than a tree does.
Yeah.
I'm saying I can cast maybe Fly or Featherfall on a Tria. I walk through my dimension door, and then everyone else has either my Fly or Featherfall.
See, the question is does Atreya count right now as a creature or an object? Because both Featherfall
I can bring along an
and
object in my dimension.
It has to be your carrying capacity.
Oh.
I could cast.
I can bring one willing creature of my size or smaller who's carrying gear up to its carrying capacity.
My personal ruling on this in my games, if it comes up, which it has in the past, is that a statue is an object. At this point, she is a statue.
So that's the problem. I could cast, if I had fly on me from somebody else, I could cast telekinesis, a 5th level spell, but we could save Atreya because I could lift 1,000 pounds with it.
Okay, you can get fly, but
Okay.
Qiao wants to.
How many crew are on this ship?
So many.
There are 3 crew members besides Atreya. Actually, excuse me, there are 4. Then there's Evelyn, Karina, and that's all. So there's 6 people besides the party member that are on the ship who are in differing levels of panic. I'm going to roll a luck check for him real quick because Atreya is a good
I do
captain.
have a question, and this is something that I'll ask in-game, especially, I mean, are we all having this conversation essentially in-game as well?
You guys
Like
are kind of
A
telepathically
lot faster,
linked.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to ask Sir
I
Emory.
need to be a little more mean.
I'm going to ask Sir Emory, and what are we going to do with Atreya once we land?
Leave her there on the ground for the time being.
And how will you find her again?
What do you mean? How? She's a fucking statue. She's not going anywhere.
While this conversation's going on, I'm running to go get Evelyn because she knows Dimension Door. I think.
I don't know if she does. She might be more able to do something else that's unique. But
I go cut her free and I say, "Ship falling out of the sky. Can you stop that?"
He just kind of panics.
Forget everything I said before about staying in here. Come with me.
I'm just going to go ahead and cast Featherfall on, I guess, 5 falling creatures. 5 of the crew. Karina. So we'll figure it out. We are probably much better statted for a fall than any of your crew members are.
I can Dimension Door. I know Dimension Door.
How much does that statue of Atreya weigh?
What does it be? Stone. It'd be that much massive stone. This is interesting math, but not what I thought we'd be spending today on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to
No,
figure
it's
out
totally
exactly a stat. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Let's see. Volume of a person. 62,000 cubic centimeters.
Statue of a medium creature, according to this site, would be 300 pounds. I don't know if that's accurate.
Assume 300 pounds is probably your max.
Okay.
Oh,
in that case, Emory.
I can save. I got her. I can cast watery
levitate.
sphere.
You can do
I
what?
can cast watery sphere and we can throw her over the side. It descends automatically.
Does it have to? It descends automatically.
Yes. It's meant to prevent me from dropping people over the side of ships.
That's perfect.
That doesn't matter because we can use it for this instead. We can get the whole crew and ourselves in watery sphere.
Ooh. How big is the sphere?
Up to 4, so we can get the whole crew and the statue.
So the crew has Featherfall on them already.
Okay, never mind.
Who's got Featherfall?
I just went ahead and did that. I'm like, we're taking a little bit.
Oh no wait, never mind, you guys are far enough away. You see the crew jump off and awkwardly rise from your perspective as the ship starts to fall, and because they're falling slower, they're comparatively falling slower. Then you guys, I'm gonna say at this point, after you've negotiated stuff, the ship is starting to fall apart. It's hard to maintain a conversation as like things are hiding, things are getting disguised. Let's say you guys managed to watery sphere the 4 people. Roll me an athletics check.
It needs to be me and Corvus and Kareem and the statue of Atreya because we can breathe in water.
That's a good.
Yeah, we can breathe underwater.
All right. So I'm gonna say we'll just roll a luck check. Very low luck. The room that has a Atreya statue in it has not broken open. So you guys first have to get this 300-pound statue out somewhere where it won't be captured by the falling ship.
Big B's hand. before watery sphere. Bigby's hand, pull Karina, or pull a tray up to the top of the boat. Put her on the side, watery sphere, we all jump off.
Okay, so who's left on the boat right now?
Karina.
I am.
Jace,
Yeah.
Emory.
I can take care of. I can take care of 5 of us.
I'm like, I can cast fly, and then I can walk through a dimension door with another person.
I love you to do that. Everyone's super panicking, and you're like, I could. You've got like so many options. You're like, yeah.
I was prepared to fall out of the sky and rescue everyone. Okay, I'm like cat instincts.
Okay, so what's our plan? Because Jace, Karina, I'll say Karina looks to you, Emory, and is like, I don't have an answer.
Come with me. Anybody else? Anybody else not have a way off of the falling ship? I have room for 3 more.
I'm like, might as well just go with that so I don't have to use any more spell slots.
Last call.
All right, looks like everybody's going with you.
Great. I will jump off and I will postpone casting Featherfall until the last second, so it's less time of us falling through the sky.
I figured there was only like a minute, which is perfect for Featherfall. So
yeah, but if we can get to the ground sooner and start assaulting that whatever that dome is, yeah, gain a few rounds on them.
I would like to do some falling tricks in the air.
You guys go down. Yeah, you guys go straight down. You guys kind of lucked out because I set these up to have 3 volleys of 3 before they reloaded for a time. And so I was worried when you guys cast that watery sphere that like they're just going to get blown out of the air. But I was like, no, they got 10 minutes to hit the ground. Yeah, so you guys descend, you guys get down all the way. You land on the earth, and the world is more clear what's going on here. You see there are explosions all around this coast in like a ring. You see dead birds and stones that were destroyed. You see that this thing kind of fires at anything that gets near the water's edge, kind of indiscriminately. You know, you see the people in black on the beach about 400 feet ahead. That seemed to just be waiting patiently for you.
Oh man, this is gonna be good. Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evan's like, please untie me.
I already untied Evelyn.
Oh, you did already untie her, Evelyn. Yeah, she's untied. The 4 crew members are like, I don't know if we're going to be useful. Should we try and collect the ship? Or are we in
collect
danger?
what you can and make sure that statue doesn't go anywhere.
The 4 crew members and Atreya just kind of awkwardly stand next to each other as they like collect pieces of the ship. And it's a very sad thing. The remainder of the ship is destroyed.
If we have a minute, I can cast Teleportation Circle and send them back to where we were.
We probably don't have a minute. I assume there are people coming at us.
Are there? I mean, are we far away?
We're 400 feet
Or
away.
are we just so way
You guys
far?
can't.
Okay.
You can only assume that they've seen you approaching. Okay. They don't seem to be coming towards you. They seem to be waiting. But from so far away, it's kind of hard to see what they're doing. If you guys would like to roll perception checks to like, if you have like a spyglass or something, or want to do something to get more information, but it seems like they're waiting patiently.
You know, I actually burned a lot of spell slots to save Atreya, so I can't. I could cast Teleportation Circle, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Are there any cannons left alive in One Piece?
Roll me a luck check, Sir Emory. We'll make this 15 and up. You've got 1.
Jace?
We've got 2. Yeah. What'd you get?
16.
16. There are 2 cannons that are still operational, that are on a hunk of ship that didn't totally destroy itself. That seems to cushion the fall down. The crew members seem antsy. I'm going to say you guys feel like you're at the aft end of a shooting range or an archery range. Like, it's very clear that you guys are in ground zero for where these things land. It doesn't seem like it strikes the earth intentionally. It seems like it only seems to go after flying creatures. You can just know that from looking at it. But this is not a safe place to be.
How far away are they?
400 feet.
And what's the loading time of a cannon?
You don't know. I quoted 10 minutes before, but you can hear mechanical noises.
What's the loading time of a cannon?
Oh, their cannon. Sir Emory might know that better than me.
I actually don't have the. Yeah, I don't have the source book anymore. I'm sorry.
So
I didn't.
It's typically 1 round to load a cannon
with a good crew, which you do have.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have them fucking open fire with some cannons, dog.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So
collecting the ship and open fire with these cannons.
Oh shoot, my Oreo.
Okay,
So-
wait. Isn't it water right behind them? And then them, right? Shooting projectiles.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess this works best if I get you guys on our map real quick. Let me share that. See if I can. Can I share through
Discord?
Should I share through Discord or should I share through Zoom? Can I share through Zoom?
You have an extra
Through Zoom, yeah.
thing to show
I
up
don't know how to
through Zoom?
do
always
it.
seems
How do I
like
do that?
screen share?
Yeah, you screen share.
Is it under video settings?
There will be a green button at the bottom of your screen that says share screen.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
right,
it's big and it's extremely obvious. It's like
Oh
the
yes, the
central
big green
one.
button that says screen share.
Like, oh man, that's embarrassing. Okay. There we go. Can you guys still see me as well as the screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're playing some sort of checkers game.
Enough
Can you hear the
D&D, it's time
music?
for Chinese checkers.
Nah, I can't hear the tunes.
Okay, that's good. Because the music is super obnoxious on the loading screen. It's like boom, 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 boom.
If anybody does want it, I'll send you the.
This is larger distance. Just assume that the numbers I gave you before were correct.
Is that a coconut shell?
She will be there. She will not. And I actually didn't get. Actually, I will update this 1 second. But yeah, this is kind of the setup. And each of those numbers represents a person in a black cloak.
Sick.
And so this over
And
here is
Before
the
we
water
even
in the
start
back.
making
Can
any
you hear me?
advance, I will say,
Oh, dang it.
yeah,
Oh, we can hear you.
The audio settings may have
Jacob,
gotten
can you
warped
hear us?
while I was screen sharing.
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Anyway, before we go there, I will say, like,
Can you hear me now?
it's likely that every single one of them
Can
has
you
similar
hear
training to
us?
me. Jacob, I think that's still a no.
Has he somehow muted himself?
Me? Why can't? Oh my gosh, this is so obnoxious.
I don't think he's muted. I think he can't
Can you
hear
hear me
us.
now?
Yeah,
Jacob.
can you hear us?
You can hear me. I can't hear you. What is going on?
Yay.
So do we want to come up with any game plan while he can't hear us?
I've literally been daydreaming about
Okay.
just teleporting into a crowd of massive crowd of people and just slaughtering them for a long time. So
Actually,
Okay, there we
We
go.
can dimension
Now I can
door
hear
you for that.
I've got Sir Emory's lightning advance, and when I arrive, it's gonna damage. Like I appear in a bolt of lightning and damage a bunch of fuckers.
you know
Would
who
you like
else
to
has
dimension
Sir
door?
Emory's lightning advance?
Yeah, Sir Emory's lightning advance.
You know who else has that? Me. Because I took it when you gave me your spell
Oh,
book.
fuck. So I could bring Jace, you could bring Corvus, and then they have 4 crazy melee fighters on top of them from 90 feet away.
Dimension door has a 500 range. We could literally just.
And we could take people
Shit.
with us too.
That'd be
Yeah.
rad as hell.
But I don't want to blow a dimension door level spell if I can avoid it.
Like, I have it at 4th level, so I'm like,
Jacob, can you still not hear us?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there we go. Now we've got things added up, and I added a measurement feature.
Woo.
So this is kind of the setup
Sorry.
here, and you can get closer, you can get farther away. It's really up to you guys at this point how you guys want to do this. Where do we want to put our crew members, and how do you guys want to position yourselves?
I mean,
2 people in the cannons, because I think that's dope.
Yep, 2 crewmen on the cannons.
Or
Or actually, I think
4
it takes
crewmen on the cannon.
4 because it takes
Yeah,
two to
2
operate them.
on
Yeah.
2 per cannon.
so I'd like to go ahead and cast Heroism at a 5th level so I can target 4 people.
Ooh.
So I can hit all of our tanky tanks.
What does that give you? How much?
That gives, it looks like 4 temporary hit points.
Awesome.
Then I can go through my list of ridiculous give you temporary hit points and just do that shit.
Bomb.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the boiling water over here. You can see kind of this beach over here with this strange, I could change the color.
There's
Strange
no water
red.
between us and there, right?
No, there's no water here. This is no man's land right here.
Okay, just check.
Yeah, and they just seem to be quietly standing there. They're not being aggressive to you. You can see a couple people who are not warlocks who are standing. I will put them over here, actually. Who are standing over here who seem to be looking around and seeing what that big explosion was when you guys landed, but look to be more preoccupied with the sea.
Cool.
Are all these people Triton?
We don't
These
know.
people over here are not. These people over here, I mean, it's hard to see them. They're so far away, but they're not wearing the same clothes. All of these other people are kind of the same, homogenous. Like, you couldn't even tell these people apart.
Take at least one of the robed individuals alive.
Great. So is essentially the plan to just kind of run at them until you get within 90 feet and then teleport on top of them?
I think so, yes.
I'm like, we don't have to run at all.
Well, I mean, you've got Dimension Door, but we don't want to blow like a whole bunch of dimension. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys want to start rolling initiative? You guys are just running headlong at them?
Because we're crazy.
All right, then let's get into it.
16 initiative roll. 17, sorry, for me.
15.
Nice.
Ooh, garbage. 8. Oh, sorry, I lied. 9.
It's multiple people. That means that I can use my stuff better.
Okay, so 23 for Corvus, 16 for, was that Qiao?
No, I rolled a 17.
17.
Problem is, I can run way faster than literally every single one of you.
Mm-hmm.
And then 16, who was the 16?
I think
That was
that's
Lyre?
That was
me.
Jace
Oh.
as well. No, sorry, Jace had a 17.
Yeah, I'm like,
Addie, how many temp hit points did we get? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
4 from that.
Oh.
It's not a lot, but you never know what 4 can give you. And also I have other spells that do more.
And Sir Emory was a 15?
No, Sir Emory was a 9.
9, okay. What were you, Lyre? I'm sorry. I know I had did we not have a 15? Somebody changed their score.
Oh, maybe that was
I
me,
don't-
sorry.
Okay.
But
So then I just need, so I've got all of you guys, perfect.
so I can also Mantle of Inspiration and everyone gain 11.
I don't think temporary.
All right.
Temporary hit points don't
flat
stack.
11.
You only get them from one source or another.
Okay, so we'll
We'll make the we'll make the crew members launching, shooting with cannons, go on Jace's turn. Does that sound okay?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And just for stakes and to make things clear, that's not anything I want. Nope, this is all things I don't want. We will make these weird people. There is a stone Atreya over here. Lean her up against the side over there.
Hey, I can
There.
still move.
Okay.
I can still move the watery spear when we land. Can I put her behind that tree?
Yeah, you can do that. Poor Atreya. Okay, now that leaves us with Corvus right off the top.
Important
guess
thing to
I'll
establish. How far away are we at this point on this turn? How far away are we?
If you guys have approached, we will just start to use these measurements, which will put you guys about 30 feet. I mean, so what? Every inch is 5 feet. Excuse me. So that's like 50 feet.
So
no,
at
it's like 100 feet.
90
yeah.
feet, we're gonna teleport on top of them.
Who?
All right. Well, you can do that on your
the
turns.
4 of us. I'm just gonna, since I know that the plan is already, to start teleporting into the middle of the crowd, I'll just, I guess, prepare my action so that once I've, teleported with person, we'll start hitting peeps.
Okay, so you're going to teleport in with them?
Yeah,
Carry
the
your
plan,
turn?
I believe, was for me, I think the 4 of us, so me, so Corvus, Emory,
All you
Qiao,
short-range people,
and
not me.
Jace to, hitch for the 2 of us non-magic-y folks to hitch a ride with the 2 magic-y folks that were using the lightning advance to get on in the action.
Okay. So then you're holding your turn, and you can your trigger is once you've teleported in.
Yes, I think is what he's saying.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, that will put us at Qiao.
Qiao, as soon as we're within 90 feet, Qiao casts Sir Emory's lightning advance, and he and Corvus teleport into the space that will hit the most people.
I think you have.
So
Yeah, you have Corvus.
So 4.5 inches and 90 feet, right?
You
Corvus
got,
and Jace mixed up.
Yeah, you've got Jace's figure rather than Corvus's.
Oh, I thought you guys were moving together. But
Oh, he's bringing Corvus with him. Yeah. Qiao is bringing Corvus with him.
Yes, so...
Okay, so that would be 6 inches there. So that would be 1 move. And so if you were to lightning advance, it'd be 4.5, or excuse me. Oh gosh, this is harder than
I will bonus action
90.
Cast bonus action, start my blade song, which gives me an extra 10 feet of movement.
Well, I mean, we're just casting this at 90 feet, right? So whenever we're within that distance is when we cast the spell.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we're just...
Okay, so if you have an extra 10 feet of movement, that's 7. And then with your lightning advance, you can cover 10.8, I think. So you could get like right there.
Yes, right there to hit the maximum number of people. Corvus appears right next to me, and they all take, I think they need to make a dex save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll roll that for him.
DC 17.
Hey, that's a fail. Fail, they're rolling really bad. Fail, nothing higher than a 10, and a pass.
Okay, so
4, 5, 6.
they are going to take, 27, 3 9s, 27 lightning damage.
Okay. Okay, so I'm doing math as I go here. And then that last one did make it save. So 27 divided by 2. That'll be 14 damage. Okay. You teleport into these people. You see all of them take damage. There's a small glow from pendants they have on their chest. And you see that they are stalwart. Daniel, these are your co-workers. These are the people that you fought cultists with a long time, and you know how competent they are. Now that is Daniel's turn.
Great. Yeah, we're just going to hit... well, I guess 9 is technically closest.
Gonna go right here?
Yeah, from the looks of it, I mean, 9 looks like we're technically closest, so I'm just going to go and do that.
Bonus action attack because you delayed your turn, but you can take your normal attack.
No, that's fair. All right, the first one to hit is going to be an 8 on the dice. That is 17.
That hits.
Great. 28, so that's going to be 10 bludgeoning plus a... $10 bludgeoning plus 7 necrotic. And then the second attack is going to be a 12 plus the 9, so that's going to hit.
Yeah.
For 7 bludgeoning. So total is going to be 24 damage.
Okay.
The Hands of Harm thing is a once per turn sort of deal. So,
okay, you
no.
bop, hit him hard twice. You see that he takes the damage and is austere. Now it is Jace's turn.
Okay. Well, Jace is waiting to be teleported in as well, wherever we end up. So he is going to hold his action to...
Would you like to have the cannons go now?
Yes, I would love the cannons to one of them fire at number... so explain to me the orb, the red thing there. Is it being controlled by somebody? Sorry?
It is perfectly... You can't see an entrance to it. It just seems like a crab shell has been deposited on the beach, but there's like chinks in it where you can see that these lengths of these rods have been shot out as projectiles. There doesn't seem to be anywhere for anybody to guard it or operate it.
Sure. So aiming at one of those chinks in the armor, I'm going to have Jace just sort of say, "Fire the shell!"
That's 1d20 plus 6 to hit.
Okay, I'll do that. So the first one is going to do that. It'll be a 24.
Doesn't hit. You see it hits and bink, goes off with high velocity. Stinks itself in the sand.
Okay. Second attack. 25.
Huge velocity, like pow, tunk, boonk, and you see the cannonball is rejected vertically and just soars distant into the air as all of the energy is transferred back into the ball as it shoots backward into the air. You may as well shot it into like a thing of jello.
Got it. Well, we're not.
I'll roll some luck checks on that.
We're not breaking that then.
Yep, nothing there. Nothing happens. Both the things, like the first one like destroys this little thing here, and then the other cannonball just flies off into some corner.
Okay.
Oh, it just stops there. That's fun. Well, we're learning stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, now that puts it to Lyre's turn.
Alrighty, since I know I'm not teleporting anyone, I will use feline agility to run to about 60 feet away. So
this way?
No, toward them. I
towards
think.
them. Yeah, so I can get within 60 feet and cast most of my spells.
So that's 6 inches, right? No.
So
oh my gosh, am I dumb?
Feline.
An inch is half, or 5 foot is half an inch, right? Or no, 5 foot is an inch.
So that doubles
So
my
60,
speed. My walk.
So that would be 60 feet right there.
Okay. Seems good to me. I don't look like I'm in any crazy amounts of danger. I'll take it.
Okay. Now that is Evelyn's turn. She runs up and she goes, let me see, so she can do 60 because she has 30 feet of movement. And she goes, I'm doing my best. And she points at 2, and he's got to make a DC intelligence save, DC 18. He fails. And you see this guy very confusedly start to just walk off in a direction.
Nice.
And you see some blood appear on his face. He's taken a whole lot of damage right there.
Which one?
2.
Okay. That's what I thought. It just wasn't.
And that's her turn. Now we are on to the monks. This guy takes about 15 feet of movement over this way and then just stops and looks up and does nothing else in his turn. This guy walks here, 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 and 10 up here. 10 up here points down at Corvus, and I need you to make me a... So much to navigate. DC wisdom saving throw.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. You feel magic go over you. You are able to resist it. And you actually, Qiao, you need to make the save as well.
Oh yeah, 22.
You feel a spell effect go off right in your cube as these other people, a slow spell go off. You're both able to avoid the effect.
1 second, let me throw this cat.
You guys aren't slowed by the spell. And then you guys are going to get a whole lot of attacks. Corvus, you're going to get a bunch of these. And actually, I need to get one more of those as well. So first, does an 11 hit?
No.
Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Does a 23 hit?
Yep.
Okay, so with that one, you are going to take 4 bludgeoning damage as this guy smacks you. He's going to burn a key point, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 13. I assume that's going to fail.
Oh my gosh. I don't know because my screen is so busy because screen sharing is so complicated. Okay. That does fail. You are stunned until the next turn.
Yep.
So that is also going to be, the next hit is a 24 to hit.
That's hitting.
And that is 7 bludgeoning damage, and he's going to burn another key point and use his Hands of Harm. And that's going to be another 4 necrotic damage as he smacks into you. You are stunned. I think I can add that in here real quick. 9 is going to make a bunch of advantage attacks on you, and we'll start going through these faster. That's a 21 to hit, 24 to hit. Oh, and he also flurried of blows, excuse me. That is a 12 to hit, and then that is a 25 to hit. So 3 of those hit.
Mm-hmm.
That is 8, 17, 20 bludgeoning damage as he bop, bop, bop into you. And he's going to use his Hands of Harm on one of those. And he deals another 5 damage, necrotic to you as he hits you again. This is 9. Now we got to go to 5. Okay. Tell me one of these hits you in your blade song, Qiao. That is going to be 9. 2. That is going to be a 11, a 13, and then a 12, and the last one is an 11.
Can I actually? I didn't realize that until literally right now. I just realized that my Hands of Harm allows me to poison the person that I hit with it until the end of my next turn. So, well, I mean, since I only just found out about this, this is definitely up to you as to whether or not you'll allow this to be a thing. But if so, that guy, number 9, who was hitting me with all the stuff with advantage or whatever, would have had disadvantage technically, which would have canceled out and done those rolls normally.
That's fine. We'll do that going forward. We got to keep pace here because this is a lot to
No, that's fair.
I'm assuming none of those hit Qiao, right?
No.
Okay, then 5 is going to do the same thing. Oh my gosh. Nat 1, 17, 20, 23, and 11. Does a 23 hit?
It would, but I will cast Shield because I cannot afford to be stunned.
In your blade song, you were avoiding these hits magically as they come at you. 3 runs up to you here, Lyre, has plenty of movement to do so, and he's going to use one of his things as well. Let me see. They've spent one. So let me know when one of these hits. That's a 18, 25, 17, 11.
Only one of those didn't hit.
Okay. So the first one hits. Oh my gosh, it's so obnoxious. And that's going to be 8 bludgeoning damage. And then I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my goodness. That is a 2.
Woo, you are stunned. That will make these other hits with advantage, so I'll just roll for the other 2 more, see if anything crits. Nothing else crits, so you only get 2 normal damage, 2 normal hits. So that is another 8, and then, so 14 bludgeoning damage from the 2 other hits, and he's also going to use his Hands of Harm. And that's going to be 7 necrotic damage as this guy from 3 hits you. Bop, 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 stunned. 2 again does nothing. This guy's going to double move up to Evelyn, and he's going to use his bonus action. Or excuse, yeah, he can do that. He's going to use his bonus action to get 1 hit in on Evelyn.
If he's trying to use a bonus action to use like a floor, oh, never mind. Unarmed strike with the second one.
He's just doing his normal attack.
Yeah.
He can do his flurry of blows though, right?
No, he has to use the attack action and use a bonus action to do it.
Okay.
But it requires.
So that's only a 7
action.
to hit. So that's only a 9 to hit, so he misses on that. 1 is also going to use a double move up here and going to get 1 hit with advantage on Lyre because you're stunned now. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Mm.
And he's also going to use his Hands of Harm. So that's 8 necrotic and then 8 bludgeoning. So 16 more damage as one hits you. And he burns another key point. And 3 has burned 1, 2, 3. And then 7 is just going to double move, triple move, and come up to here. These guys explode out of inactivity as they recognize that the time is now to strike as you guys are coming up and attacking them. This guy jumps off of here as well. He can do a double move 45 feet, so he can do 18 feet. He's also going to take a strike on you. Actually, he's going to go here. He would go after Corvus. And he's going to take, let me see, I think he doesn't have enough to double move, so he can only do his 1 hit. So that's going to be a 17 to hit Corvus with advantage.
17 matches the AC.
Okay, then that is 8, excuse me. Yeah, that is 8 bludgeoning, and then he's also going to Hands of Harm. That's not the right one. And this guy hits really, really hard. He actually forcibly moves you 5 feet this way with his punch.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, where is this? Oh, he actually, never mind. You can't do that. I forgot. This guy's different. And so, yeah, that's his turn. You don't take any additional necrotic damage. These guys come up from over here, and you recognize that these guys are humans, or these guys are humanoid. These aren't Tritons. You see one has black fur, and the other one, roll me a perception check, Lyre, while you're stunned, so with disadvantage.
I'm like, oh, how's that? On the bright side, perception is one of my best things. That's an 18 with disadvantage.
You recognize Gloriosa and Ossia, your sister. Gloriosa, your friend back from old Shigua.
Yeah.
Okay, now moving on. That is Emory's turn.
Yay.
You're muted.
Sorry, thank you. Are 9 and 10 within 10 feet of each other?
They are.
Perfect. Emory grabs Jace and casts Sir Emory's Lightning Advance, and he teleports between 9 and 10 on the downside. So, yeah, where the tile is, between 9 and 10. Yep. And I need 9 and 10 to make me dexterity saving throws.
Okay. That is a 7 on 9.
7 of 9.
And a 16 on 10.
Okay, both of those fail. DC was 17. Both of them fail, right? Okay.
Yeah, both of them fail.
Perfect.
1 by 1.
I'm sorry, DC 18. And then...
oh, yeah, both
great.
of them fail.
And then each of them takes 16 points of lightning damage. I will...
Okay.
Bonus action. Cast... Actually, I lied. I will then move from... no, I'm not going to. Action surge, and I'm going to cast a cantrip. Booming blade, which gives me an attack roll against one of those monks. That is a 16 to hit.
Are you doing 9 or 10?
Good question. 9.
That will hit.
So they take 14 points of damage. And then if he moves, he takes additional damage. And that will end my turn.
My turn.
Oh, I lied. I'm sorry. Bonus action, invoke the Might of Aurelian. And then that's the end of my turn.
My turn.
Okay.
All right. Bonus action. I say boom. In my.
I mean, it's a free action, but I think if you hold your action, you have to surrender your bonus action when you.
Then I would have done it.
Plus your action.
Yeah.
But if you hold your turn, you get to keep everything, and you just move to the initiative that you're at.
Oh.
Which is basically what I did.
Oh, permanently. Right. Okay.
Anyway.
That's fine then. Sorry about that. Yeah.
It's no problem. Anyway, so I'm going to swipe at number 10 there. A couple times.
Roll the hit.
All right. First attack will be a 26.
That hits.
Okay. And 1 sec. I gotta find the right dice. Okay. That'll be 8 slashing and 8 fire to him. Second attack against that guy will be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
That'll be 8 slashing again and 9 fire.
Wow, you're slashing big chunks into him. Yes.
Okay, third attack will be 23 to hit. Sorry.
That hits. Mm-hmm.
And that'll be 10 slashing and 10 fire.
Okay. 10 slashing.
I need to attack again?
Fire. Okay. No, this man goes down. 9 stops moving.
Doesn't matter.
Huh? Yep, you want to attack at number 10? Oh, those attacks, if those attacks were at 10, then they all hits too, but he wouldn't go down. I'll let you make that decision. Sorry.
Doesn't matter. Just move on. Number 9's dead.
Okay, number 9 goes down. UC 10 looks a little better.
Great. Okay. And I'm going to use it. I can't do any movement, I don't think. It's not my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I held my turn to this point in the
initiative. So you've got it.
So, yeah, I've got my movement. So I'm going to move between 6 and 10.
Move between 6 and 10?
Mm-hmm.
You go here? Okay.
Yes. And that's my turn.
You dance around Corvus as you come along. Corvus is dazed and trying to keep his feet. Okay, is that your turn?
Yep.
Which one was it that stunned me?
The one who stunned you was 10. No, 6, excuse me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Now it is Karina's turn, and like normal, she's going to stay back and just lob some. Oh my gosh! Eldritch Blast, which will be. Losing my mind. So she will have 3 Eldritch Blasts at this point. None of them hit at all. She got all sub-10 rolls. She was all shooting for 7 right here, and they have all moved. So she's standing there kind of confused. I think she's going to go back over here and help them with the cannon. Now, their action, nothing happens, but you see the roiling sea behind you. Now it is back up to Corvus, who is stunned. So you don't get your turn at all. Is that correct?
I get nothing. Like, I will get to do stuff, or I believe I'm no longer stunned at the. I think it's end of the next.
End of their turn.
Yeah, end of their turn.
Okay.
Now
it is.
I assume, considering I'm real quick though, considering I'm stunned, I assume there's not necessarily much I can make out. anything distinctive
can
about
roll-
number 10? Or anything?
I'll say you'll know this
I might know.
personally. Gadris is not like the other monks. Gadris is a different specialty and is stronger in a different way. You'll know that their necklaces are pith. You know that they're using pithic magic to bolster themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's up to Qiao.
Okay. I say, Emory, I forgot to tell you, but I made up a new, and then I disappear and I cast Steel Wind Strike. Let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. I rolled. Okay, for the first 4, I'm assuming that Gadris has a different AC, so I'll roll him last. But the first 4 are all over 20.
They all hit.
Okay, and then now I'll roll for Gadris. Because I just figured I'd roll 4 since I'm assuming has a different AC.
If they're over 20, they hit Gadris.
Okay, it was a 20 for Gadris.
Okay, then yeah. Yes, it will.
Okay. In that case, everybody 4, 5, 6, 10, and 3 all take.
Whoa, 3?
Yeah, 3 also. He's within 30 feet of me, right?
We'll do some. 30 feet is 6 inches, right?
I don't know.
Yes.
So both of them will be outside of range, but these will be 40 feet, 40 damage.
In that case, everybody around me takes 40 damage. 41 damage.
So 41 damage. Okay. 4 goes down. 4 is done. 6 is still up. And 10 is definitely still up. But he gets some of that health back immediately. You see that as 4 dies, he's rebolstered.
Okay. So that is 5th level spell slots done. And I don't think I have anything to do as a bonus action. So I'm going to be done. Steel Wind Strike's great.
Okay. Disappears, reappears. Now that's the cannons if you'd like to take another shot with those.
I'm now standing. Actually, I'll stand exactly where I am. Never mind.
Okay, you want to stay there? Okay, now it's the cannons if you'd like to use those.
I do believe they spend their action loading.
They're reloaded. Okay, moving on. Now we are to Lyre. You are stunned. Moving on, we are to Evelyn, who panicked, is going to point at the person in front of her, cast Finger of Death. Con saving throw of 10. I believe he got a 11, so he does not pass. My boy 8 takes 66 damage and is still up.
Jesus.
She screams like, oh! Does that, and she's going to move back about to here. She's going to retreat back to the cannons. He's going to take his opportunity attack there. That is a 21 to hit. So he is going to do, and I'm tracking that. 4 bludgeoning. Okay, I'm going to get through this fast. So 11 total. Okay, moving on. That gets us to the monks. All right. As this happens, you see this woman here approach both them and here. Go, what's happening? Who's attacking us? Who are you people? And you hear some murmur from the monks going, "They've attacked us. They've run up. They're opposing our wishes. They're trying to stop you reaching pit." And this girl with black fur, this Ossia, as Lyre knows her, points at. She's going to point at Jace, and I need you to make me a intelligence saving throw.
Can I see that?
Yeah, you can see that. You're not stunned.
Nope. Counterspell.
Roll me that counterspell. DC 8, DC 18.
There's only like one spell. Can I tell what spell she's trying to do? Is it the classic?
It's a classic favorite among these warlocks, especially high-level warlocks.
What am I rolling?
This is our Arcana check. This is to power your counterspell. Beat it a higher than 8th level spell.
That'll be a 25.
Your reaction is spent up as this spell disappears from her hand. Okay. Second time you saved him.
Well, he might have made the save. But let's not take the risk of the save.
Let's not take the risk. Gloriosa looks and she goes, "Lyre! Lyre?" And you're stunned, you can't see. She goes, "Wait, there's been a huge misunderstanding," she says as they continue attacking you. Let's see if any of these hit from 5. He's going to do Flurry of Blows as well. 7, 25, 23, 15.
25 and 23 will hit.
Okay, so here's the first one.
For a second
So that's a bludgeoning of 7. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
It's only 13.
You are stunned. This next hit hits with advantage. We'll see if he crits. He does not. But that is another 9 bludgeoning damage, and then a Hands of Harm of 8 necrotic damage. And I will put that here. You guys are no longer stunned. Corvus as well as Lyre. And so you can take free actions to speak as much as you want.
They kill you, Gadris!
Yeah. What's my sister's name
Corvus,
again?
why did you kill your handler, Corvus? Where was Alarin?
I never did.
He says that as he continues to pummel your face. This is going to be Flurry of Blows again, but he does not have anything beyond that. So what's your AC? That'll be faster.
17.
17. That's a hit. Hit. Crit. And hit. So this is going to be 4. Let me see. Unarmed strike. Nope, that's not it. Oh, that won't work. So that's 3, 5, 6, 8, and then 6, and that's including the crit. Did you get all that?
3, 5, 8,
6, 8, 6.
3, 5, 8, 6. There was 5 hits.
Yeah, but I just rolled one more time for the crit because it doubles damage.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
He's still up?
Yep, I bet, yeah.
Okay. He bop, punches you in the head as he says, "Why did you kill your handler?" 5 is going to attack Qiao. And Qiao is stunned. Or no, he already did that. 6 is going to actually go after Jace now. And so let me know if any of these hit you, Jace. Not great. That's a 14, 13, nat 1, and 21.
I'm going to use an ability of mine called Warding Maneuver. My AC is currently 20, but I'm going to try and boost that up by a D8. And I boost it up by 5, so I have 25 AC at the moment. So it misses.
He bop, 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 meets your armor everywhere, and then you position yourself just right and glance off another hit that would have gone for your head. You manage to negate all those attacks. 2 goes up over here and picks up a flower. 8, he's going to double move over here and use a bonus action hit. That will hit them. He bops one of the crew members in the head, and you see them go down. This person's going to run over here, and not knowing which one to hit, he's going to use his bonus action as well to hit one of the crew members. Bop! You see the other crew member go down, so that's 1, 2. Don't know if they're dead, but they're definitely unconscious. But the cannons are reloaded. 1 and 3. They see that you're stunned, and they hear them pointing at you and calling your name. They're actually going to come over here and try and stun down Emory.
Best of luck to you.
Gotta keep track.
So I'm unstunned. Right?
You are unstunned as of right
turn.
now, as at the end of this turn. So they get to move without incurring attacks of opportunity yet. So that's a 19, a 26, an 18, and a 22.
I cast shield and they all miss.
All the hit fists bump uselessly against your shield. That's the first round of hits. Now here's the second. If you get any nat 20s. 18, 19, 21, and 12.
Miss.
These punks roll up on you and try and flurry blow you, and you fully negate all of their attacks.
What's their plus to hit? Because unless it's a plus 10 to hit, they can't hit me.
It's a plus 7, so they literally cannot hit you on that shield.
Even on a nat 20, I'm wearing.
Unless they crit.
Even on a nat 20, I'm wearing adamantine.
Oh
armor.
yeah.
So a critical hit is a
Oh
normal
my
hit.
gosh.
It doesn't hit.
That's wild. Okay. So yeah, we got to get down those reactions. Holy cow. Okay, so that's that. These guys have spent their turn. And you guys have killed 2 of them. Now it is up to Emory.
Okay. Emory is going to cast Steel Wind Strike. Is 6 within 30 feet of me?
I will double check that.
Yeah.
He is, but 5 is not.
5 is like centimeters away. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to be stickler on that for the heck of it. But yeah.
Those, so against 6, 10, 1, and, oh wait. I couldn't move.
If you want to move a little bit, you can.
No, I will absolutely
you can just go
move.
like right there.
Yeah. Yep. They can have attacks against me but it's not going to do anything.
They both take them, and they both cannot hit you. So
I will cast Steel Wind Strike against. Is 5 within range 2 now? I'm sorry, I muted myself.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Against 5, 6, 10, 1, and 3. So against 5, that is an 18.
That
6
hits.
is a 19.
That hits.
10 is a 26.
That hits.
3 is a 6. Sorry, not 6. 16.
That does
16.
not hit. That does hit.
Okay. And the last one, 18 on the die, 28. So all of them
That hits.
hit. So each of them takes 5, 13, 17, 27, 37, 43 points of damage as Emory looks to what Qiao said and said, I've been developing a very similar spell. And he makes a flurry with his sword, and 5 Emorys appear behind them, and like each of them takes a swipe at these guys.
It's oh my gosh. These 2 guys fully die. These 2 are still standing behind you, and so is 10, who again seems to be bolstered by his comrade's death and has only lost less health.
Okay. And then bonus action, invoke the might of the giants. And Emory doubles in size. Yeah. Yes, what he said. Okay. That is the end of his turn.
Okay, now we are back to Jace.
Okie doke. I get 4 attacks this turn. So, all 4 of them are headed at number 10 there. First one.
Okay.
Will be
Don't kill him.
Be a 25 to hit.
Hits.
I'm sorry, Daniel. I'm not listening to you because this is a 75th.
I figured.
I'm killing that because that's who he is. That'll be 10 physical, 12 fire. Second attack will be a 21.
That hits.
Okay. That'll be 11 slashing and 5 fire. Third attack will be a 23 to hit. That'll be 10 slashing and 9 fire. And fourth attack with the bonus action will be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. I'm going to use Unwavering Mark with this one. So when I hit with a melee attack, I can mark a creature until the end of my next turn. While it is within 5 feet of me, a marked creature has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target me. If the marked creature deals damage to anyone else, I can make a special melee attack against it on my next turn as a bonus action with advantage and +9 extra damage. And I can make this attack 5 times for a long rest. So that's happening, and that damage is 7 slashing and 3 fire. And then I action surge.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And do it all again.
He's still up.
Yep. All right.
It's the AC is 17. Let's cut this short. If you beat it, you can roll damage.
Okay, 22. And then damage-wise, we're looking at 10 slashing, 8 fire. That'll hit. Damage is 7 slashing, 11 fire.
Finish him.
Awesome. I cut off his head. Just completely slashing around, up and down across the body, across the arms. Last 2 hits. One hits the arm, lops it off. And then the other one, as I spin, just...
You see this black tabaxi woman scream. No! She's freaking out over on the side. She's screaming. She's terrified. The head lops off and falls off to the side. Done. Now that leads us to...
Can you move?
Yeah, you move.
Okay.
Between 1 and 3.
Okay. There you go. That's within your movement.
And that's my turn.
So it's a little prettier. Okay. Now that makes it Karina's turn. And she's going to cast Charm Person on this warlock and try and charm him. He got a 13 plus 1, so he is charmed. He stops. I'm actually even going to give him advantage because he's got the mass stuff. No, he still fails. He stops hitting her and stops hitting them and just is confused for a moment, stays still. That's her turn. Now, Lyre action. I need everybody to roll me dexterity saving throws. If you're stunned, roll it with disadvantage.
You said dex?
If you are stunned, I hate to say this since I am stunned, but if you're stunned,
oh yeah, that's right.
You auto fail.
You said dex?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Does a 17 succeed?
It does not.
Okay, then I'll use.
28 probably
What'd you get,
does.
Lyre?
Dirty 20.
28 passes.
Then I'll
Dirty
use
20, perfect.
Indomitable to try and roll again. That'll be a natural 20, making it a 21.
Okay, you pass that.
Can I?
Lyre?
I got a dirty 20, but I'd like to know. I don't think I can do anything for Qiao in this scenario.
A naturally occurring, just roiling wall of steam blows off from the ocean and hits everyone that's on the map. We'll draw the line right behind Lyre, so that's close to the coast. So 2 is going to fail on this, and it's not a ton of damage, but it is damage. Yeah, that was really low rolls. You take 10 fire damage as steam rolls in. If you pass the save, you take half, and so 5 fire damage as the steam goes.
I had a 10. 10 fails, correct? Or not 10.
Yeah, so you take 10 fire
16.
damage.
I had a 16. 16 fails?
Yeah, 16 fails.
Okay, good.
And all these guys, I'm going to roll quick. There's only 2 that I have to roll for. That is success and a failure. No, actually, both failures. So that's -10, -10. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Now it is... that's the lair action. Back to Corvus.
Is Gadger's still moving?
That literally just slipped off his head. His body is convulsing on the ground while the head is over, just a couple ways over. The mask still held on by leather straps.
I want to point out for the record, Jace heard you. He just ignored you.
I know.
Come on, child. Get out from behind the computer.
Okay. Well, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna go pick up his head, pull his mask off, and say, it wasn't what I had in mind, but it'll do. And then, as part of the attack, I'll draw the dagger that Qiao gave me out of the robe and stab it into his head, just into the side.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. I love this so much, and I think I have to hold to my prior thing. In that one, you stab it into his head. You see that he's bleeding. This man is dying. He is not undying. This guy was not strong enough to be undying. This man is actually dying as you stab the dagger into his head. I have to hold to what he actually was before I started this. So yeah, you stab the dagger in and it affects him like a normal dagger would.
Good. That's fine.
Moving on. Or would you like to do anything else with your turn? That was just a small action.
You know what? No, I'm not going to do anything else with my turn.
Okay. Then moving on, that's Qiao.
I use my turn going, ow.
Oh yeah, you're stunned. That's right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's my whole turn. Ow.
That is the cannons. I'm going to say these guys can fire with disadvantage. These guys can fire normally.
They're going to try and fire at the dome thing again.
Okay, roll the hit.
Natural 20 on the first roll.
That was the one situation that will hit.
Awesome.
So you
How
can
much damage?
roll cannon damage.
What's the cannon?
Cannon damage is 4d10 damage.
So
Deal cannonball strike.
and then multiplied by 2, since we're doing crit here, right?
Yep.
Or how do you do crits again? It's the first as if it were max. And then
So how I do crits is you double the dice and then you double the damage addition. So that's how I typically do crits. But
there's no damage addition. It's just a flat 40-10.
Yeah.
So you just do run 8d10.
Right. So I was thinking of a different game that I'm playing in where he does if in this instance it would be 40, then you also roll the additional.
So max damage and then
max damage at least once.
Yeah. So that'll be, let's see, 30 damage. Or 30 and then sorry, there's more.
Yeah.
That was my first set of 4. And then 21, so 51 damage total.
Okay, this
Plus
cannonball goes.
Whatever bonuses it has for damage.
There's no bonuses for it.
Oh, okay.
I think it does additional, or I think it's like benefits on constructs and buildings, but that's fine. The cannon goes chunk, hits the thing, pushes through the shell, and you see it leaves a crunched hole through the red carapace, and you hear the cannon go boom, 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 and hit several times in quick succession on the inside of the shell. And it looks really messed up. You're sure there was a lot of velocity on the internal components of this cannon, this machine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're going to roll with disadvantage for the other thing?
Disadvantage is a 5, so.
Yeah, cannon rolls off harmlessly. No bad luck. Okay, moving on. That is Lyre.
Alrighty.
Where is Lyre right now?
She is right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I am going to, since I spent last turn not moving, I have feline agility back. So I'm going to run to my sister very quickly.
Okay. You run over to here. The monks don't impede your process. And she goes, "What are you doing here? Your friends are killing our escorts. What are you doing here?"
Well, they shot us first.
We don't control those. That's not what we. She just like puts her head in her hands and is really confused.
One of my buddies is part of the order, and I guess has decided to go against it. I don't know. We're like FPIF over here, so.
We're all a little pith. That's the whole.
No, we're like
she's a warlock.
Fuck pith. I'm also a warlock, sweetheart.
Then I guess we're enemies, she says, and
don't have to be.
Rears back and prepares her hands.
Johan called it. Johan called it.
Well, okay.
Even awful people can be right, jerk. Okay. Moving on. Evelyn's turn. She's over here. She's going to try and strike out at this person. You guys have kind of gotten the table under control here. She's just going to do a good old chill touch. Easily hits the AC. 13 damage to 18. He's still up, but is also hurt. That is her turn. Now it's the monk's turn. 1 and 3 both burn a key point and disengage. And they run over here. And one picks up Oh my gosh. Ossia and one picks up Gloriosa, and they leave over here using the remainder of their movement with a bonus action move. I'm going to say they can get to about here. And same thing over here. And they start to flee. This guy picks his nose and walks a little bit further this way.
I always knew you were a coward, Gloriosa.
You have no idea what you're talking about, she screams back. This guy kills another crew member, or probably kills him. And this guy is charmed and goes, surely you are the most beautiful creature I've ever seen in my life. Now, that is all of their turns. They are full disengaging, running, and now it is going to be Emory's turn.
How far away am I from them?
You are about 16 inches, so that is 180 feet. Is that right? No, half that. 90 feet.
Okay, the monks were just here, so.
Is that right? How much distance is? I'm so bad at, because that's just times 5, right? 16 times 5.
I mean,
that's 180. Is that too much?
I mean, the monks can only move. I don't know how far monks can move, but
they have a natural 45-foot movement.
Yeah, so most 90.
But then they can bonus action move as well.
But
probably.
They also have a bonus action key, Step of the Wind.
So 100.
They already did that.
They disengaged.
They disengage. That's right. So they can only go.
So they max are 90
they can only
feet
get
away.
90.
Yep.
That's about half of that. Excuse me. Okay, so that will put them about there.
Excellent.
Yeah, that lines up.
Perfect. I will.
Because this would be your natural movement.
What's my? Okay. Oh, I can get right. Because they should be further away from. Okay. That
would be 60 feet, right?
Oh, my
so
okay. My flat
feet.
9. My flat. Okay. My flat 60. That's fine. I will.
And you're also large, which I think might be contributing to that.
Yeah. I will move 30 feet closer to them, and then cast Sir Emory's. So after 30 feet closer, cast Sir Emory's Lightning Advance and teleport right in between all 4 of them.
Okay, just like right there.
Like right in the middle, but yeah. And then I need all of them to give me dexterity saving throws.
Okay. So that is a 25, 23, Save. 22, and 20.
Save.
Or, excuse me, the last 2 would actually only be 18 and 16.
Save.
Okay.
Except for the 16. So.
Okay, then that would be here.
All of them take 23 points of damage. The ones who saved take half that.
Okay, so that's 11. Yep, they're still up.
Okay.
You see Gloriosa looks badly hurt, but Ossia is not badly hurt.
Great.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Okay, then that leads us to Jace.
So how far away are they?
I need to get a grid on this eventually, because that'll make things easier. They're about, from you, they're about 8 inches, which would be 140 feet, right? 140 feet, 180 feet.
8 times 5?
Is 40.
40. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. It's 40.
These guys did move like 90 feet away, though, from where they were, like around us-ish, right?
They made like a right angle of 45 movements.
Well, they had to also pick up those guys, so it makes sense they wouldn't be super far away. We'll put them over there for a compromise. Awesome. We'll say they're about 60 feet away from
I'm
you.
still in the middle of them.
Yeah, you can do that.
Alrighty then. Well, I'm gonna run my 40 feet forward, and I'm gonna use my action. I lean back and then say "burn" and shoot scorching rays at the two of them. Yeah.
Okay, roll the attacks to hit.
That'll be a 20 on the first one.
Hits.
And the second one is, wow, okay. Will be a 25. And there's 3. The third one is going to hit number 1 as well. And that'll be a 13. Does that hit?
That does not hit.
So just 2 hits. Gotcha. All right. So to number 1, that'll be, wow, max damage, 12. Fire. And then to number 3, that'll be, wow, 6. I rolled max and then I rolled half. How do you like that?
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
And that's it.
They are both up. Moving on. That is Karina. She's going to say, okay, well, I'm glad you like me. And she's going to walk over to here. And she's going to just be, she's going to, things are starting to fall apart here. She's going to shoot out at 8, and she's going to hit with 2 of those. And that is 16 damage, which actually is just enough to take down 8. So she, with a really strong Eldritch Blast, takes out 8 over here. Moving on, Evelyn, she's just going to turn around and start moving over to here. She's going to use a full double move, so 12 inches. And now that is the monks. Again, they're going to use... Actually, they're going to avoid using a disengage action, and they're just going to step of the wind to try and get more
good luck with that.
And they're going to try and move.
Wait a second. They shouldn't I have had a move in there?
Yeah, because I didn't go either.
Oh my gosh. I just skipped everybody. I'm so sorry. Lair action, nothing happens. Now it's Corvus' turn. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
My paper was just covering where you were.
Okay, then.
Well, my initiative tracker. Sorry about that.
I can move up to where they are with... so I can move 50 feet. I don't know if that gets me there just with one movement.
50 feet. Guys, I'm so stupid. How much is that? It's 4.5,
it's double, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be 10.
Yeah, it's double. So you can get to 3.
Okay. Well, 3 is going to take 2 punches.
Okay, roll the hit.
Yeah, the first hit is going to be that's 14 plus stuff. And have him make a con save with that.
Okay.
He's also going to take just...
that is a natural 3.
He is stunned, and we're going to leave him that way. So first hit, he's just going to get hit. Actually, no, we're going to hit him again. Damage? And that's actually going to be max with my unarmed strike damage, too. So that's a 13. Bludgeoning.
Awesome. Yeah, he's still up.
Next to hit is going to be a... Oh, not great. Assuming that's the with advantage, it's a 16.
That hits.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 10 bludgeoning.
He's down. Do you want to kill him or just get rid of him? Or just...
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal?
Non-lethal. That's to
He's
knock
unconscious.
him out.
Okay. Is that your turn?
No. Let me just check this feature here. Actually, no, if I do that, it doesn't matter. Actually, in order to do anything else and actually hit someone, I just have to... Yeah, you know, that... I am going to bonus action to move in front of the girl, the little one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Asya goes, betrayer, as you run around, just being very dramatic. Moving on, now it is Qiao's turn.
40 feet towards them.
8 inches.
Or, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Just within 30 feet. And then...
40 divided by 5.
8.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'm confused. What happened to... Oh, wait. No, really? What happened to it? That's weird. Oh, I guess because it's not more powerful. Okay, I'm going to cast Skill Wind Strike again at 6th level.
Okay. Are you just hitting one?
No, I'm hitting all of them. Non-lethal. But I'm hitting everybody. I get advantage on... Wait, no, that one's unconscious already. So...
Yeah, one of them's unconscious already.
All that's over 20.
That all hits. Roll damage.
All right. Uh, 34 to everybody.
They're all down. One is, I'll say one is, Gloriosa is definitely down. She's unconscious. Asya isn't. But you see her thinking really hard, and she kind of puts her hands up slowly. Everybody is negated. 2 is off and confused. 7 is charmed. Back over here. And I'll end this share and we can start talking about what's happening here.
All right.
Chaos, everybody's figuring out the boiling sea is still throwing off steam every so often, but it's not enough to hurt you guys. Asya is angry. And she looks to you, Lyre, and is like, you've no idea what you're doing, what you've caused, what you've risked.
You don't even know.
Then explain it to us.
Kith has given us these powers to enable us to free her. Your order should understand that better than anyone else.
Oh.
I do, because she wants to murder all of us and use you as tools in aiding her to do so.
She goes, I don't know how to convince you that you're wrong outside of telling you that you're wrong. I've had visions and dreams, and so many people have worked so hard to get us here.
Do you have warlock powers from Pith?
Yes.
Did you get the dreams that told you Pith was a cool idea before you had those?
She doesn't answer. What would you like to do, Jace?
I stab her.
No!
No! That's what he says.
Roll to hit. Jace totally unceremoniously runs up and stabs her in the stomach.
Can I? Oh, God. I don't know if I have anything. Oh, no.
28.
That hits.
Oh, God.
I'm going to cast like an immediate healing word.
Might not matter.
I know.
Ooh.
Might be dropping that at level.
So, 13 slashing and 10 fire.
For simplicity's sake, she already had taken some other damage. She's still up. You could probably do that 2 more times and get her down, but she screams in pain, and she starts to try and flee.
Well, I don't think she's gonna get away, but
She's just screaming, and make a wisdom saving throw, DC 18.
Me? Still attack?
Yes.
I'm like,
You can do it, but as soon as you're done with attacking, that will be what happens. I'll say if you can beat 40 damage, then it'll happen. So just roll your damage, because it's going to be easy to hit her.
So let's see. 11 slashing and 7 fire. And then 6 slashing and 9 fire.
Wisdom saving throw, DC 18.
I don't get any ads. Okay, I'm going to burn another Indomitable because I rolled a 13.
Okay.
And re-roll that. 17. Damn it. Oh,
That still fails. It's just a slow effect. She's casting slow. It's a cube, but she's just panic casting it, so I'll say it only hits you, and she's crawling away. She's just like, there's so much I don't understand, and you don't understand. Do you even know what those towers are? Do you even know why those are there?
nope.
I'm going to, in this lull, I'm going to run forward. Oh my gosh. I'm going to run forward, and I can't really do anything. Well. Okay, can I tell that this is Lyre's sister?
Well, you probably could have heard me yell sister across the battlefield.
I was stunned during
Yeah, we'll
that.
say that's general knowledge.
You weren't stunned during that
We'll say that's general knowledge at this point.
because I yelled sister after I got unstunned. So before you got stunned.
Actually, that was precisely when he got stunned.
Yeah. I can assume though, right? There are not that many.
Yeah, you know. Everybody knows. We'll
Okay,
assume everybody knows.
Okay. I'm going to go. I don't have any. Never mind.
Yeah, it's totally good. Your sister is panicking and saying, "Wait, don't murder me," she says directly to Jace. I've been told to do this, and I haven't heard anybody that hasn't needed to be hurt because Pith willed it, and I don't want to do anything evil. I'm not.
How many warlocks have you killed?
You serve Pith. That's enough.
Jace, stop it. I'm tired of you hurting my sister for right now. Because I haven't killed a single warlock. I haven't killed a single person.
I didn't mean to kill the first one, but that's how the anger happened, and it was because it was so important that we freed her, and she told me that, or he did.
Why was it?
And
why is anger?
Radle helped me get here.
Radle helped me leave. So Radle just wants the best for our family because he's a great guy for Thieves Guild.
She is panicking in something way. Do you want
We have
to
other
do
things to
finishing blow on her,
converse here
Jace?
later. I'm going to go ahead and knock her out.
Okay. You walk up while they're talking. Yeah, I'm going to say you can do that for free.
Pretty much. I mean,
Proper on
yeah,
the head.
it's...
Yeah. You can roll to hit, but she has like a 12 AC.
That ends the slow effect, right?
Yeah, it does.
You don't touch her. She is a child. She has no idea what is going on. She is being practically brainwashed, and you trying to kill her is not justice. It is not merciful.
Finish the job.
Leave her.
Even if you manage it, you will either be dead or you will leave here alone.
And you'll be no better than the one you're trying to prevent's influence.
Yeah, I'm like the oldest sister at 18. So how old is
Oh, she's like 14, 15. Like this is actually a child. You see that some of her wounds have started to heal already. You see that she is already recovering from whatever wounds that were given to her.
I would have brought the dagger with me. I am going to stab her with it.
like,
you stab her like it's an EpiPen, and you see her body stiffen, and she is no longer moving, even though she's unconscious.
And as you can see, you can't kill her anyway. So, is that going to help? I think not.
Disperse the flame of my blades, put them on my back, and I start searching for anything of value.
I'm actually going to search her after I do that.
Yeah.
no, please.
Roll me an investigation
Let me
check.
search her. I'm tired of y'all hurting my sister. I'm tired of being in this steamy dump of a place with our fucking ship broken.
You're going to roll an investigation on her.
Sorry you're tired of that, but we've probably got a few days at least until the ship's repaired.
I don't think that ship's going to be repaired, Sir Emory.
Is it like destroyed?
It is like
It's like
multiple hunks of wood on the ship. It splinters.
I'm going to give myself a bardic inspiration because I rolled a 15 and I'm going to roll a d10 on top of I rolled a 5 and I'm going to roll a d10 on top of that.
Yeah.
That's it. 8.
Nice.
An 8. Wow. I'm going to say, even with a 5th, wait, so your total score was an 8?
Yeah.
23.
I'm going to
what?
say you're crying and stuff, but she's not hiding stuff on her. She's just there. So, like, you might not have found all of her gold or anything. You very quickly find a golden key, a beautiful, angular, marbled golden key that's about a large-sized key that would kind of fit into, like, a dungeon situation. Roll me a wisdom saving throw as you see it. I've got to roll some other ones.
That's a 15.
15. You immediately feel an intense desire to keep this safe. You're not forced to do anything with it, but you can tell that this is extremely important.
Is this?
I'm going to pass it to Qiao because he's the safest person I know.
Oh,
I recognize this.
The number would be extremely high right now, Qiao.
Okay. I recognize this key, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say to everyone, this is the key to let Pith out of her cage. We need to do something with it that will never, ever have it be recovered. I don't think
we can destroy it.
I don't think we can because it's made of the same thing as the cage.
Give it to the one person that we know is never going to give it up. Looks at Jace.
Rick Astley?
The smog from the ocean is blowing into this area. It's starting to like obscure your vision a little bit as you're just talking about this. The boiling water of this ocean behind you has made this landscape extremely alien, kind of like it's like a crater. You know, no life is growing on the beach. Like, it's very kind of creepy in that way. Yeah, you're holding on to this key as the smog rolls in and you're making these decisions. We're getting really late, so I want to make sure we're discussing what we want to discuss, but also that we can move on.
I'll take the key.
Well, while you have, for sure you should take the key, but since we have a minute, I'm going to go around and gather up. Are there any swords or metal?
Yeah.
There's metal on the big dome is made of metal, right?
No.
So when you expect the dome, it's made out of crustacean. it's made out of organic molded crustacean-like material. If it weren't for the hole that the cannon blew into it, you wouldn't be able to see anything beyond that. But the inside is this strange, like, magical, meaty substance.
Okay, is there any... I'm essentially going to... Man, is there really no metal around here? Do we have...
I'm sure you can find some somewhere.
Okay, I'm gonna gather up enough metal to make like a... essentially, I'm going to cast Fabricate, and I'm going to like immolate the key in regular metal. Like I'm going to make it a brick so that it would be impossible to use it for what it's meant to be used for. And then I'm going to give it to Jace.
Okay, he gives you a ingot, a metal, gross kind of different metals all molded into like a Frankenstein, like very smooth, straight, blank thing, but it's just made out of loose metal of brass and steel and iron. And he hands you this brick.
I take it and put it in my bag.
Hey, can I make an insight check on Jace?
Yeah, you can roll me an insight check. Are you trying to be deceitful in any way?
What are you trying to learn?
I'm trying to determine if Jace actually works for Ted.
Yeah, roll me a save. Roll me a check, insight check on him.
Because
as he's handing you this iron thing.
He seems to only selectively murder people who are Pythian warlocks. I don't really think he is, but at the same time, I'm like, man, okay, it's a 19, or 18, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll ask you this. Who specifically have I not murdered?
No, I mean, like, okay, I'm just barely suspicious because you keep just killing everybody really quickly, and I'm just the kind of person, Qiao is the kind of person who would be suspicious of the fact that you're not willing to let us question anyone. So even though your actions aren't motivated by that, I'm making this check because of that.
Got it.
I have an insight that you can confirm on, but yeah.
I will give you you said a 19 or 18?
18. Yeah.
18.
Yeah. In Jace's mind, he doesn't need to ask any questions because his mind is already made up. There is black, there is white. That is it.
All right. Just checking.
Can I say something else as a DM and just something that I believe would fit to the character? And you can tell me if this isn't true. But this is just an emotional insight that I think is fair. Stop me if I'm wrong on this. This guy's he's a soldier in the extreme, and he has no earthly connections anymore besides his duty. And so take that for what you will, but that's whenever I see how Jace acts, that's the first thought that comes to my mind. And so there might be some emotional, I don't know if turmoil is the word, but just
baggage.
Lack of investment. I don't know.
And the lack of emotional turmoil, complete lack of it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, stop me if I'm wrong. I just feel like with an 18, that's a fair, thing to say about Jace's situation. Like, he doesn't have family. He doesn't have a lot of things that would normally make things matter to a person.
He is wholly devoted to the purpose he was created for at this very moment.
Okay. Well, I give you the brick, and then I will go back to whatever we're doing. Should we get out of here? Because we don't have a ship anymore, and we have no idea what's coming.
Where does Reliquary lie from here?
You guys still have the dust.
Yeah.
We have
we can figure it out, but I mean, we can.
A minute.
It doesn't tell us. It doesn't tell us how far we have to go. It just kind of points in a direction.
That's
fine. We have a minute for a teleportation circle.
So.
Well, I can't cast it anymore.
I assume there's no one who can bring someone back to life.
No.
Okay. Very well.
You cast the dust up into the air, and it floats directly into the smog that's coming off of this boiling sea. And you see some shadowy shapes crossing this smog as a boat seems to have been coming for the shore.
Oh, man. I was hoping we'd have to use the remains of this dome as a boat.
You might still have to. Well, do you guys want to continue a little bit from here, or do you want to leave that as kind of a cliffhanger?
I'm fine either way. I mean,
I'm good with continuing.
I'm like, it's probably the latest for Alex and I, and I'm like,
okay, we'll continue just a tiny bit more so you can see what happens here, and then we'll stop there. This boat doesn't even come within 150 feet of you. It is as distant as it possibly can be. And you hear murmuring and strange clicking noises coming from whatever creatures are on this thing. Roll me some perception checks to try and see what's on this boat. Everybody that's nearby.
so all of us.
Yeah, and this is a high DC because of the smog. And
26.
How's a 4 hit ya?
Ooh, tasty.
9.
As a 6, what did you get, Qiao? 9? 21, wow. So only really Qiao sees this.
26.
You see these strange halfling-sized, and the halflings don't really even exist in this world. You see these strange crustacean-like midgets running around on this boat, and they are crustacean-like people. You see they're like chattering to each other and like, what do we do? And you see as quickly as they started to approach the shore, the boat starts to retreat back into the smog.
Do I see anything with 5 more points for that?
5 more points on that. I'm not gonna say you do. Roll me religion checks, everybody.
Oh God.
oh, I just got religion.
Oh my
21.
God.
20
I got a
rolls good.
16.
I got a 25.
An 8.
Nice.
An 18.
25. That's really good. 18. Okay, so I'm gonna say you guys kind of retreat from the shore because of like the heat of the sea and kind of talking about this. Qiao, I'm assuming, tells everybody about these crustacean-like creatures. Nobody has heard of that. You know that, I'll say with such a high 25, you remember that Radle in that flat, when you first, you said goodbye when he was gone, you saw a flash of red off his skin as an illusion dropped forever ago. But you know that all creatures of any kind are creatures descendant from Pith or Salamel. And so whatever this thing is, it's a crustacean-like sentient creature that must be some sort of creation of Salamel.
Everything will eventually be crabs.
Yeah, carcinization for the win. Before we lose sight of them, I'm going to turn to Jace and I'm going to say, do you want to be on that boat? Because you and I could be on that boat.
Yes, let's.
Try not to kill them unless they hurt you.
I'm going to grab Jace and cast Dimension Door and be on that boat.
They got a nat 20 on a counterspell. You try to Dimension Door onto the boat.
Wait. They're 150 feet away. They're too far away to do counterspell.
That's true. Dang. Holy cow. So you see them try to counterspell as you appear on this boat. Is that 150 feet?
Dimension door is 300 feet.
Dimension door is
Dimension Door
500.
does 500 feet, but
Ooh, spicy.
Guys, I'm not a good
Counterspell is only
DM.
60 feet.
I'm so bad at math. I need to have like
Fine.
an intensive training in how to run combats. I'm so bad at this. I have to honor it.
Like little note cards with counter spells.
You guys zip onto this boat, and there's a hush and a panic as these little small critters avoid you guys. And they're like, wizards, get rid of them. Banishment, do anything. You hear of them like chitter back.
I say, nobody move unless you want me to build a bridge out of your boat.
I do what he says. He's very magical with the power and the magic.
I'm glad we sent the charismatic ones.
No.
Why did you kill all those people there? We were sent to collect them.
Because they're insane pith worshippers who are gonna kill us all? Is that not clear to everyone? I turned to Jason.
No, it's not.
It's not clear.
Sounds pretty clear.
They go, look, when everybody's a warlock, I assume everybody's on the same side. Are you not with Pith? These crabs are like chittering to each other. They're confused and scared. They're like, we don't mean any ill to you, or I
want Qiao to be a little insulted about being called a warlock.
He's not the one that would be insulted out of the two of us.
He studied a lot.
Based on what I've seen over the last couple of minutes, everyone is a little confused about who is doing good things. Do you think that Pith is doing good things right now?
No.
They're asking the.
I'm asking.
Please answer your question for them. They go, no. After hearing Jace say it for them,
I'm going to say we have over there a member of the Order of Monks of whom we just killed, who knows for a fact that this Order of Monks was worshiping Pith as a murder cult. So, that being said, we killed them because we already knew they were evil.
Are you evil?
No. Philosophically, can any one person consider themselves to be evil?
Yes.
Interesting diatribe. All right, that's an answer that can be made to that question. They're like, we will come to shore, collect your party, if you will allow us to do that without harming us, and we will hear what you have to say and resolve what issues there are. They're extremely confused. And I'm going to say, from an insight that a passive insight would detect this, you guys know more than they do. You are dealing with a lot of people that have been more actively beguiled than you have been, and they do not know. No one knows what you know about the universe, but they do not know as much about the nature of Pith and some of these things. So you're talking to kind of people who have been educated in a completely different way. So they understand that you're considering them as evil, and they don't want to be considered evil. They're not entirely 100% sure on what you consider to be evil.
I have a bard on shore who is way better at explaining things than I am. Just saying. So
they tell their people to start, putting the boat closer to shore as the boat starts slowly meandering its way. Do you guys want to end here and continue back at the start?
Above game, is there a non-crab human president of these crab people somewhere around?
Not that you can see.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, let's. We can end here, or we can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stop the recording, and then we can talk about